Okay, we are live. Welcome to Saturday Night Gaming. We are doing this month. By the way, I'm Mark W, and I have Rob Bob here today with me. Hey, Rob Bob, how's it going?
Yes, I'm fine.
He's fine. Yeah, the theme for Saturday Night Gaming this October is Halloween horror games, and that's just any kind of game that can be considered to be horror themed. And we're starting off with the game Jaws. So to get this discussion out of the way, you might find it debatable whether Jaws is a horror game or Jaws is a horror movie. I'm going to say yes. There, the debate is settled. That's how we're going to play it. It's a monster eating people, even if it's an animal. To me, it's still a monster eating people, and there's suspense and gore and stuff, so it counts as horror. But this is a game by Ravensburger, or perhaps since it's German, it would be pronounced Ravensburger, or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, it's a Jaws. It's a good game. It's pretty simple and yet fairly deep, which is a good combination. And you can find it. It's a fairly mainstream game. You can find it at Target and places like that. So yeah, you can get this yourself if you want. Easily. I was looking at kind of the opposite of mainstream games to possibly play. Specifically, I have a fondness for some game. I wish I had them handy right now, but the company called the the Emperors of Eternal Evil, and they like making kind of gory and horror themed games. They're very indie, very small company, but they do things well. And the thing is, I was trying two of their games they have, but the boards were just like beyond the view that I could capture on this camera. So I had to take a pass on two of those games. However, they have another game that is smaller, kind of like this one, and it is single player. It's a solo game only. So I figure one of these days when I don't have Rob Bob with me, I will play that game. And that game is called House on the Borderland, which is based on an early 20th century horror novel of the same name by William Hope Hodgson. But forget about that for now. We're doing Jaws. So you probably know Jaws. I mean, I could impersonate the famous theme, but that's like too obvious. um, but yeah, this is a fun game. It plays in two acts. In the first act, we're on this island called Amity Island, and one player takes control of Jaws, and that's going to be Mr. Rob Bob here. He's the evil shark monster, and I'm going to take the role of the crew members. And hello to Ryan. Ryan is in the chat. Don't want to leave you too long hanging there. So hello Ryan, how's it going tonight? What else? Yeah, so let's explain the game. There's two acts. First, we're on the island, and how well I do versus Jaws over here does determines the starting setup for the next act, Act Two, which takes place on the boat called the Orca, which is, if you remember the movie Jaws, the climactic battle against the shark is on that boat, owned by Mr. Quint here, and I'll get into each of these characters in a moment. But yeah, so right now we are on the island, and Jaws here is gonna surface randomly, and I'm trying to track him with my three crew members while he's trying to eat as many of these poor innocent swimmers as possible.
Mhm.
If you have any constructive criticism about visual layout and things, I'll be happy to hear it. It is difficult to capture board games, especially when you're not, with just us and a phone hanging up. So we do what we can, the best we can. But I can always zoom in if you want to see more of the board and less of the surrounding cards and stuff like that. But yeah, we're lower than amateurs, is how I like to put it.
Maybe we'll get a camera crew someday.
Yeah, maybe we could hire a camera crew. Do you know anybody who's looking for
Mm,
work?
not really.
Not really. Okay. So Ryan said I looked through my entire deck of zombie survival tip cards, and none of them said holy water cures zombie bites. Yeah, as a quick aside, Ryan and I are big fans of the movie Night of the Living Dead, and both of us recently watched in 1998. I don't want to get too into this, but John Russo, who is one of the original writers, decided to put out a special 30th anniversary edition where he added new scenes. And without getting too into it, they are horrible. They're like the worst things you could possibly imagine. Everything looks 90s, and they just kind of copy and paste these little new bits into the original movie. And there's this really annoying preacher who's like, these zombies are damnation from heaven because everybody's evil or whatever. And, and he gets bitten by a zombie, and it says like 1 year later he still doesn't turn into a zombie because he put holy water on the wound. It's like, oh, what are you? You're like destroying the genre here. Anyway, let's focus on Jaws though. So let's explain a little bit how this plays. Yeah, so again, it's my three crew members versus Jaws, who is also known as Rob Bob. And what I have are, if you remember the movie, Hooper is the scientist played by Richard Dreyfuss. And I apologize if the autofocus isn't perfect here. But mostly you don't want to read all the text. I'm going to try to spare you from reading too much text as we play. Each character has their own abilities. Hooper has this fish finder, and that helps me locate um, Jaws as I move Hooper around in this speedboat. So Hooper has a speedboat. He can move faster than the other players. The idea is his role is kind of going to be to zoom around, use the fish finder to help track Jaws, and zooming around, he can pick up these barrels. These barrels are really important because I have to attach two onto Jaws to end the first act successfully. So if I can get two barrels on Jaws, I sort of win Act One. Otherwise, if Jaws here eats too many swimmers, then he sort of wins Act One. And what happens, the way this works is you take this shark counter, the shark card, and you slide this tracker up every time Jaws eats a swimmer, right? So right now it starts at 0. He hasn't eaten any swimmers yet. But if he eats one, I'm going to slide it up 1. And what happens is at the end of the act, which is either when I put the two barrels attached to the shark, or Jaws eats 9 swimmers, whichever comes first. And if you look at that line, right, that determines the starting strength of the crew versus Jaws during Act 2. So if I manage to beat Jaws with only one swimmer having been devoured, which is very unlikely probably, then the crew would start with 11 crew cards, which are like guns and ammo and flares and things like that. And Jaws would only have 2 of his special shark ability cards. So that would be extremely unlikely to kill him with only, to win the round with only one swimmer having been eaten. But that gives you the idea. And if we get to swimmers 9 have been eaten, then this would happen the first time when we play this game, by the way. Then the shark would have 10 starred cards, and the crew would only have 3. It's very difficult. So me and Rob here and my niece were playing against my brother-in-law, who was Jaws, and he managed to eat 9 swimmers. And then Act 2 was like a bloodbath. We got totally murdered by Jaws. But today it's just me versus Rob. I'm controlling all 3 of the crew members. And yeah, Jaws is a fantastic movie. And Ryan says, "How's school, Rob? Do you want to talk about that real quick?"
That's fine. Nothing new really.
Nothing new. He's new in high school. He thinks there's nothing new. To me, high school was like a shock. I had moved up in the world. But he says nothing new. Same old. All right. So we briefly went over Hooper. His job is to kind of zoom around. He can go faster than everybody else essentially, and he can move the barrels into place. So Quint, who is the grizzled old shark hunter, his main function is to launch these barrels into the water, right, and try to attach them onto Jaws. Now keep in mind that Jaws is moving secretly the whole time, so we have to use our cunning and deduction to track him down. And Quint will try to launch barrels at him and hopefully hit Jaws. Hey Jet Strike, how's it going? It's the game about the shark. That's right. So he's going to secretly write on this shark tracker where he's located and how many swimmers he's eaten and stuff like that. And it's kind of on him to play honorably and not cheat. But because he's invisible, I have to rely on him. Like if I say make Quint launch a barrel into this space, he has to tell me if I've successfully hit Jaws with the barrel or not.
Um,
Yep.
I started doing Python though in my programming class at school. That's something new.
He's doing Python. That's something new. Yeah, there is a cage in Act 2, Ryan, that I can use to my advantage. So I basically talked about Quint and Hooper a little bit. And Quint is on his boat as well, by the way. But he can only move 1 space per action. Each character gets up to 4 actions, by the way. So we can accomplish a lot in a turn generally. Thanks for the likes so far, people. But we didn't talk about Brody at all. And I don't want to get into the individual details about every action they can take and everything. Hopefully it's clear as we go. But Brody, he's the police officer. He's played by what's the actor's name? It's something like Ron Scheider. I think he's probably the main protagonist in the movie. And his he's actually a little different in that he moves along on the land only. So he's not in the water like the other two guys. But what he can do is he can go to the shop in the middle and take these barrels and put them on the docks. There's one dock here on the space number 8. I don't know if you can see the numbers right. Let me know if you can because I'm curious if it's clear enough. And also there's another dock here on space 5. So he can move around, he can run around, try to drop off barrels. Hooper can pick them up and zoom over to Quint quickly, and then Quint can launch the barrels. I mean, the whole time we're trying to rescue swimmers because swimmers are going to start appearing on the beaches. And if Jaws comes and eats them, well, he eats them and we move up the swimmer track as we said. And what else is worth mentioning? Yeah, so each turn we're going to draw one of these Amity event cards. We are on the island called Amity, not to be confused with Amityville, which is here on Long Island, but mostly famous for the horror movie. These cards are going to say a special event that happens and also where swimmers appear. So even though there's a shark, the swimmers appear. If you remember the movie, there's this whole like political thing where the mayor doesn't want to close the beach because the island's going to make a lot of money from visitors on, I think it was the 4th of July weekend and all that stuff. But actually, Brody can actually close a beach. It's a very temporary effect, though. What happens is if Brody is in the Amity PD space, which is where he starts, by the way, so I could do this on turn 1, I have the ability to close one of the 4 beaches, north, south, east, or west. And how that works, though, is it starts on this side up, which says beach closed, no swimming, etc. And what happens is when the card from this deck here says that a swimmer appears on that beach, what happens is this sign cancels that appearance of the swimmer and it flips to the other side when that happens. And this side says opening soon. So there's like 2 steps. And if swimmers appear a second time on that space, then the closure sign goes away because maybe the mayor was like, "All these swimmers want to go there. Please let them swim," and he unclosed it or something like that. So the mayor is a jerk, basically. That's my take on the Jaws movie. And Ryan says, "I want a Jaws 4 board game where you play as Mario Van Peebles." I have no idea. Is there really a Jaws 4 and Mario Van Peebles? Isn't it? Was there is a Jaws 2, right? I don't know what you mean about 4 though. Is there really a 4? Other things worth mentioning, yeah, Brody has binoculars too. So if he's on one of the 4 beach spaces, he can use the binoculars. And Jawsy here has to say if he's in that space or not. Now, he's going to be creeping around. He gets 3 actions per turn: move and eat. Each action is equal in terms of units of work. So he can do 2 moves and an eat. He can do 1 move and 2 eats, etc. But he also has these 4 special shark abilities. And hello to Tim D. And Tim D says this is the movie that showed me who the ocean belongs to. That's true. I actually had a neighbor growing up. I don't know if anybody wants to be airing out this stuff, but it's not a big deal really. She had an above ground pool, so not like even a real pool in my opinion. But she was afraid to go in her above ground pool after seeing Jaws the movie for a while. She,
How old were they?
this was
Was she?
this was the mother next door, older than my mom. So she was probably 50 at the time. But yeah. So just to go through these are only usable once per game. So Rob Bob has these 4 Jaws special things, and I'm sorry about the focus. It'll catch up usually if I hold the piece for a while. Usually autofocus, but again, I don't have a camera crew, so we got to deal with what we have. But this one is called evasive moves. The shark does not trigger any motion sensor, so all the barrels have a motion sensor attached. So if I have a barrel in a space and the shark moves through it, Rob Bob has to tell me that he triggered a motion sensor. But if he uses that special evasive moves ability, then he does not have to tell me that. Here's another one called Feeding Frenzy. Now I mentioned each action he takes can be spent to move or eat a swimmer. But with Feeding Frenzy, if he uses that, then 1 action can be used to eat 3 people. So he can eat more efficiently that way. I'm sorry, it's not 3. He can eat all swimmers at a beach. So if there's, say, 5 swimmers at a beach, he just chomps them all up in 1 action. So I apologize that the focus isn't great, but hopefully I'm explaining these things well enough. And Tim D says he was 10, and it looks like a cool. It was 10 when you were 10 when Jaws came out. That's cool. I was not born yet, or maybe I was a baby. I'm not really sure the exact year it came out. I think it was 78 maybe, which would have meant that I was either not born yet or a baby. Here's another one that he has. Speed burst. He can move three spaces instead of one with one move action. Oh, I wish I could get it to focus. It doesn't want to though. I wonder if it's because the way I'm holding it with my fingertips raised. It'll focus on my fingertips instead. Anyway, I guess it's not going to work when I hold things up. And his last special thing is out of sight. This basically lets him avoid my binoculars and fish finder. Yeah, that's the gist of it. I haven't explained every detail, but I think we can probably jump into the game now. So here you go, Rob Bob. There's four special shark powers. So yeah, guys, I didn't even know there was a Jaws 4. I think I had heard there was a 2, but I never really thought about it, and I didn't know there was a 3 or 4 for sure. So I'll have to check those out sometime. I actually want to show this guy the movie. He hasn't seen the original.
No, I need to see it sometime.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Right. So where to begin? Yeah. So this is a game we only played once before, so it's possible that we might be referring to the rules now and then. And yeah, let's begin. So the way it works is in Act 1, which is what we're in, each turn has uh, a couple of phases. It has three phases. Event, in which we draw one of these cards, we follow the instructions on it like something special happens. And also the card will say where swimmers appear. They always appear on one of the four beaches, north, south, west, east. But notice that altogether there are actually 12 spaces. So the swimmers can only be on four of the 12 spaces. There's four of the spaces, by the way, are not even touching the island shore itself. One, two, three, four. These are out in the sea, I guess. Three was horrendous, says Tim D. Okay. So yeah, the phases are event. We just draw the card and follow the instructions to the shark phase. That's where Ron Bob is going to play Jaws here and write down his moves to take three actions: eating and moving. And he keeps track of that on paper. And then the crew phase, in which I do all my three crew members' moves. They each get four actions. So without further ado, shall we do it?
Okay.
All right, let's do the event card first.
I gotta write my location at the start.
Oh yeah, he has to write his starting location, which can be any of these spaces. Now here's the thing: because the swimmers start at one of the four beaches, that's kind of an incentive for him to start at one of the four beaches. He can eat some swimmers on turn one. However, maybe he wants to, maybe he wants to throw me off because I'm probably going to start looking at the beaches. Maybe. Or I could have two of the guys start looking at the beaches or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes. But
it's a mind game.
Yeah, the whole thing's a mind game. It's man versus shark. But yeah, let's get to it. So he wrote down the starting space secretly, and now I'm going to draw the Amity event card. And it sounds like the movie, the 4th of July. So first of all, it says right here that swimmers appear on every beach. One swimmer appears on north, south, east, and west. So let's do that. Here's one swimmer on north, another on west, another on south, and another on east. Okay, and also the card says, it says before placing swimmers, I should do something, so I should have read that. But here we go. Can we get it to focus? Before placing swimmers, open all beaches. Beaches cannot be closed this round. Okay, so if I had closed one of the beaches, I would have to open it. But since it's turn one, I haven't even had the chance to do that. So I'll throw away this card. And yeah, so go ahead, Rob Bob, and write down your swimming movements. Your shark movements. You can swim and eat swimmers.
So if I were to eat someone, I'd take it off after? Like after I do the move and stuff? But before you go?
I believe so. I can just check that real quick. Yeah, you would, I think. I guess some swimmers are getting eaten, by the way. Yeah. So after he moved, he doesn't tell me exactly which spaces he moved through or what he did exactly. Like he doesn't tell me action by action. He just tells me the ultimate effect. Like this guy got eaten, and I triggered a sensor or something like that.
So this guy got eaten.
Okay. Okay. And also, if you used any of the special powers,
not using
you didn't use
anything.
any special. Okay. So someone at North Beach got eaten, and you wrote down the stuff appropriately. Okay. Cool. So that's basically it for his turn. Now it's my turn. And what I know is that I have to deduce this, right? So he spent one of his actions eating and probably two moving. There'd be no reason for him not to move two, I guess.
Well, there
So
could be.
it could be he either started out at the North Beach and then moved two away. And I'm just kind of speculating. There's probably clever things he could do to throw me off, but he probably started here and then moved away, or he could have started at a different beach like the west one, or even not at a beach and moved two here and then away. So maybe he started at number six here, space number six, then moved here 8-1 and moved to number one, something like that. So, but I know that he's probably, or probably, I guess I could say definitely within two spaces of North Beach.
Yeah, that's definitely. So it can't be like here
Right.
or here.
And in a sense, though, these spaces are enormous. Like this whole thing is one space. So in a sense, it's still a huge chunk of the board. But I can say that well, he could even be at number three here if you look at that, because north goes
Yeah,
to one, goes to three.
or it could be at two.
Could be at two.
Yeah, it could be
Could be in
anywhere except for these three spaces, I
yeah, that's
think.
what it boils down to, huh? Well, you couldn't be at seven, could you? No, you couldn't be at seven.
Yeah, I guess not.
You could be here. All right, so yeah, Joe's hanging out downtown. The waters are dangerous. Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do here. It is harder on the crew probably. They got more things to think about.
That's why I'm not the crew.
Uh, all right, so Brody can't close this turn, so that's something I'm not even gonna try. What I could do though is run to the shop, grab a barrel, and put it in one of the docks. I could try to use binoculars to find Jaws right now, but I can only do that at one of the beaches, and I'm going to guess he probably moved off one of the beaches. Could be trying to throw me off though. It's a mind game. This bluffing, getting each other's heads and stuff like that. All right, so ultimately I have to guess where he is. I can try to put down barrels as kind of a barricade. If I put like say one here and one here, right, then Jaws can't pass through there without triggering one of the barrel's motion sensors. So that's
Yeah,
one tactic I could use. Um, but bear with me as I think through it. There's probably advanced players who could get through this faster, but
it's probably like the most optimal way to play it.
yeah. Now I'm wondering, do you guys think I should zoom in more on the board? Because I don't know if it's too useful to see these character cards on the side, but let me know what you think. So let me know if you want me to zoom in or not. Just say zoom in or say nothing if you like how it is or whatever. It's basically, do you want to see these cards at all times or not? Um, yeah, so let's see. I think I'm gonna let's start with Brody first. All right. So we can't put up a closed sign. So I think the first thing he's gonna do is take one step, and that's his first action, and his second is going to be. Oh, let me think for a moment. I just realized everybody can spend one action to rescue a swimmer, which just takes them off the board.
Hmm.
So that might be something I want to do actually. Taking swimmers off the board is probably wise,
Yeah,
as much as I can, because I guess you have to balance it, right? You got to hunt as well as try to rescue. So what if I made Brody go one, move one,
rescue.
rescue two, move to the barrel three, and pick up a barrel four. That would be his
Yeah, that
turn.
sounds good.
And then I can try to get the barrel delivered in the next turn, perhaps. All right, so I'm going to do that. One, rescue. I don't know what I do. I say, hey, go home, you moron. There's a shark. And
Yeah,
so he picked up this barrel. I put it underneath him to indicate that. All right, that was Brody's turn. Looks okay here, says Tim D. Thanks, Tim.
I think it would have been more optimal to go here, then take a barrel, and then go here. So now you're closer to that dock.
All right, you're right, actually. I'm not going to undo it, though. That's fair. Okay, so next up,
Unless you want to go to that dock. Whatever.
maybe I do. But let's see. What I can do with Hooper is, since I kind of have a general guess of where he might be ish, I could try to use the fish finder. Um, and I know he's not going to be invisible to the fish finder using a special ability
Yeah.
because he still has all four of them. He didn't use any this turn. So let's see. I think I'm going to do something like that. Um, so when I use the fish finder, he tells me if he's on the same space or adjacent, but he won't tell me exactly where he is if he's adjacent. He just says, I'm nearby or I'm adjacent. So yeah, I'm trying to think here what I should do. But
Is
each
that a one-time use?
no,
Oh,
it's once per round thing though. I can't like move, use it, move, use it. It's only once per round.
okay, that makes sense.
Now I could move. Hello, sweet delivery. Thank you. You can put it over there.
Thank you. Yeah,
All right, fresh batch of cookies from the missus.
I have one.
Yeah, I'll try not to eat them because I'm talking so much. But let's see. I'm gonna guess that he's maybe two spaces away from North Beach. Perhaps he's on number two. So what if I go one, two, and then use my fish finder right here? That might be a good option. You could be on East Beach, so I'm gonna do that. All right, so I'm going one, two. That's one action because he moves fast in his speedboat, and I'm gonna use the fish finder. Beep 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 beep. All right. So you have to tell me, is he on the space, adjacent, or not nearby?
Not nearby.
Not nearby. Okay. So that means he's not in six, he's not in two, he's not in East Beach, he's not in North Beach, he's not on one, and he's not on the land because he's not a land shark. So I'm trying to think he's probably on the dock where I was, or on this beach ready to eat somebody, or on three.
That probably tells you more than it would if I was nearby.
Yeah, perhaps it would. Okay, so I still have two more moves I can make with Hooper. hmm Which is basically going to be move up to two more spaces and or pick up a swimmer probably. Okay, maybe I'll do a move as my third action, and as the fourth, I will save this swimmer. Take my fish finder back. And Ryan said just like real life sharks will tell you if
Oh,
they're
you know what?
Yep.
I gotta increase this counter.
Oh, he ate a swimmer,
They
so
had a
it's got to
person
increase.
earlier.
That is correct. All right. So Quint is up now, and I have a rough idea where he might be. So I'm gonna try to fire some barrels and hopefully either get him or at least set up a barrier or something like that. So let's see. He can only move one space at a time because his boat is not a speedboat. So I think what I'm gonna do is move two and then do a couple of launches. So he's gonna go one, two,
Mhm.
and he's gonna launch one barrel on the west beach here.
Okay.
Does it hit the shark?
No.
All right. Oh, I can only do one launch per turn. Shoot.
Well, you can redo it now.
Uh, yeah. You're saying I can't redo it?
I mean, I already told you I'm not
Yeah.
there.
All right. So that's fine. But what if I Oh, let me think this through. Fine. Let's just go with this. Did I narrow it down to he's here though? I think I might have. Not in here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Oh, he's either on five or
Yeah, it could be on
five or three. Okay.
or 3, or 7. Actually, no, I can't go there.
Yeah, I'll definitely let him watch that movie or make him watch it at gunpoint. All right. So what do I have? One more move? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
One
can
more
move
action.
somewhere,
Let's
I
just
guess?
do something. I can't rescue this guy, but
Yeah,
I
you can.
could move the boat there.
He's already safe though, because the barrel.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what my next move is gonna be. I guess I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there anyway because I want to get closer to the dock. So hopefully we'll. My plan is Brody will. Of course, I'm announcing my plan, so maybe that's not smart. But I want it to be interesting to you guys, the watchers. But I'm gonna try to have Brody drop a barrel on the dock, and then Quinn can pick it up soon, and then I'll have more ammo, so to speak. But that is the turn for my guys. And what do we do now? Just back to the event card, I think. Let me just verify. Yeah, that was the crew phase. And that's it. Let's do it the next round. So we draw an Amity event card. And the first thing we see is that this is a shark alert, there are swimmers that appear on south and two on the west beach. In a sense that might be good because, again, we have a barrel there, so at least it would trigger the
Yeah, if I go
sensors.
past there.
But yeah, we got two new swimmers on the west beach. Maybe they feel protected So they're showing up there, and one on the South Beach.
Okay.
And what is the event, by the way? It says if the shark's swimmer track is 3 or lower.
Also
Oh
placed.
man,
Oh man.
I'll try to get this to focus, but it's such a big. Also placed north, south, and east. Oh my goodness, all these things for him to eat, all these delicious morsels. So basically, the idea is because the shark attacks haven't gotten too out of hand yet, more swimmers are happy to go swimming. I mean, I would think if as soon as there's one, it would be like maybe we should stay out of the water.
Yeah, but that's because you've seen Jaws.
Yeah, that's it. I guess so.
Although I think I would still do that.
Right. And Ryan said my daughter was bored by it. She didn't give it a chance. I mean, you do have to give it a chance. A lot of movies that are like horror or suspenseful, you have to go into it with, I'm not. I don't know, it depends on how your mindset is. Like if you're going there to it like not caring or you want to make fun of it, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Like sometimes or one time I went to see a horror movie in the theater and it wasn't bad. And but there was these teenagers just trying to like crack, yeah, damn teenagers trying to like crack jokes the whole time, and it's easy to not enjoy it when it's like that. And then at the end, when all the characters died, one of the kids says, "Best comedy ever." Like, oh, I want to like punch him. Like, come on.
Okay. My
Anyway,
turn, I think. Right?
yeah, you're up, Sharko.
All
Man,
right.
it's always tasty morsels for him to eat.
Okay. Let me think about what I'm gonna do.
Also, there's the whole, again, to sound like an old man, the whole phone thing. If you watch a movie, put down the phone
You don't.
or the
Yeah.
computer.
Okay.
All right, he's secretly plotting his sharky
I
moves.
think I'm gonna use this one.
He's using a thing.
I'm using a thing.
I remember it could be speed boost. It could be he's invisible to my sensors and binoculars. It could be feeding frenzy, which lets him eat everybody at once.
You know, let me before I use it, let me like think about it a little
Okay,
bit more.
you can think more. He's a thoughtful shark. Gotta consider his choices carefully. That's true, Ryan. We never gave the 30th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead a chance. I gave it a fair chance. I was thinking it was going to be bad, but I was
I'm gonna
like, maybe the people who criticize it are just being jerks or they're being purists because they don't like their beloved movie being
I'm gonna
changed.
hold on to it for a little bit.
He's holding on to his special thing. But that was terrible. That was so terrible. The 30th anniversary. Oh my God. Like, it ruined my day. I was telling Ryan this about it. I was telling Ryan about this. It was like, oh, so bad. If anybody likes Night of the Living Dead, don't watch the 30th anniversary. I just watched it out of curiosity, even though I heard it was terrible. But it was like offensively terrible. Not offensive in the sense of like saying racist things or something like that. It was just so like, how could anyone make this and think it's passable unless it was like people, like I don't know, 12-year-olds screwing around their backyard with a camera. I mean, it would be good if it was that, if it was being compared to that, but to modify a classic and just totally poop on it. Oh my God. And Ryan says, we watch It's a Wonderful Life every Christmas, and my daughter complains about the black and white. Oh, really? Ugh. I know people who are things I take for granted, like that's just how some movies are, especially older ones, that some people can't tolerate it, like the black and white. But I actually have a guy I used to hang out with, I don't really anymore. He hated subtitles so much.
Okay.
He couldn't watch any foreign movies because he just couldn't do subtitles.
I'm eating one of these guys,
Ah, okay. Someone at South Beach got eaten.
and
Slide up the
that goes up
slider.
here.
Okay, so that means if you didn't use a special ability, right?
No.
Okay, so he again he's either one space away from South Beach or on it or 2 spaces away. I gotta like set up a barricade with these barrels.
Yeah.
The problem with these spaces are so huge. It's like you could be anywhere in no time. All right. Back to me then.
You still have a lot of time to catch me. Only eating 2 people.
Only eating 2 people. All right. So let's see.
Whenever I see something in black and white, I just usually forget that it's in black and white while watching it.
Okay.
Like I don't think about it.
Right. I mean, it doesn't distract. Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes it's aesthetically beneficial to like it sets a mood or something. But sometimes it's just because it's an old movie. But yeah, it doesn't like bother me the whole time.
And same thing with subtitles.
And when I was born, it was already well. Just so you know, it was
Yeah.
already decades into the period of color movies. But so it's not like It's not like it was black and white in my day. Anyway, let's see what the heck I'm doing. So he's here or nearby. I could rescue the swimmer. So let's see. Let's think of some options. I could take Brody, go one, rescue, that's two, three, and put down the barrel as four.
Mhm.
Might do that. Um, yeah. I gotta think through what I'm gonna do with everyone else. Then maybe Quint could try to set up a wall here by firing another barrel here. I don't know if he's gonna be here. He could be going this way.
Yep.
That might be smarter for him to do, but I think setting up a wall would be good in the long term anyway. So I'm probably gonna do that. And then what else am I gonna do? I don't know. I still gotta get barrels moved around still. All right, so let's see. What is Ryan saying? One person on set must have wondered why the priest had a 90s goatee. Yeah, in the Night of the Living Dead 30th anniversary, there's this priest with a very 90s goatee, and there's another character who had kind of like a 90s haircut. I was like, come on. And I don't want to go on a whole rant, but you could tell the footage wasn't like the same. I don't know the technical aspects of film well enough to describe it, but it was a different style. Ah. Anyway, okay, let's do it. We're gonna move Quint. No, we'll move Brody first. He's got the barrel. He's gonna go one rescue. That's two, three, and four is to put down the barrel here. So now this barrel is available on the dock for Quint to pick up because I'm about to fire his second and only barrel. So I'm gonna have to pick up another one. All right, so let's see. I haven't thought through what I'm going to do with Hooper. I guess I'm going to make him do some rescuing, perhaps. He could rescue with one, and then go here two, rescue with three. Uh, yeah, maybe he'll just do some rescuing this turn. He could do the fish finder again too, actually. Let me think about that. Hmm. Okay, let's go for it. So Quint, first of all, we're doing Quint's round. He's launching into this space.
Okay. That does not
Does
hit
not
me.
hit him. Okay, so that's one movement. And I guess two, three, four. It's kind of, yeah, it's fine. I can rescue guys who are right here. Maybe I should do that.
Oh, so if I swim past the barrel, does it attach to me?
No, but you would trigger you would tell me that the motion sensor was triggered.
Okay.
Yeah, so he only did one move. I might just spend the other three rescuing the three that are right here. Because he could decide it's worth getting the motion trigger and then use his
That's
feeding
true.
frenzy to eat all these guys with one action. So that would be really bad if he did that. So I think I might do that with Quint, although I feel like I'm going to be slowed down as far as the barrels go for a while then. Let me think about this. I don't know. Like in other words, I want to keep getting the barrels onto him so I can keep launching them. I think that you got to keep doing that. It's pretty important. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna move him over to the barrel. Unfortunately, I gave him the idea that he could use a feeding frenzy.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hopefully,
I
he didn't
probably
think,
would have thought of
he didn't
that,
think of it.
but I didn't.
All right, let's go. Okay. We did one action to fire the barrel. Now we're gonna do
Yep.
one, two,
So
three,
you're not
four.
rescuing them.
Not rescuing them. All right, but we're gonna use Hooper and his fish finder and hopefully find something interesting. Yeah. So let's see how I want to plan this. Can I use the fish finder right here or not? So he was here when he ate somebody.
So I was. Yeah, I definitely went there.
He could be here. He could be here, here,
Here.
here, 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 here. So many options. It does make it challenging.
Depends. Like, did I start there? Yeah.
Okay. I think. I think you had to move to get there. Probably. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go one fish finder. That's two. Let's start with that, and then I'll decide what my next moves are after that.
Okay.
So Hooper's gonna spend one move to go here, and now he's gonna use the fish finder. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay. I am nearby.
He's nearby. Look at that. So that means he's either on 4 or the South Beach. What I can do with that information right now is not a heck of a lot. I can't launch a barrel at this point.
Yeah, you should have probably done that first.
Maybe that's the better order to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so, but it's good to have a general idea of where he might be, I suppose. All right, so he's on 4 South Beach. And what the heck else am I doing? I guess I'm just gonna do 3, 4, rescue the swimmer.
Okay.
And that is it for the crew.
Do the barrels ever get removed?
Did they get removed?
Yeah. I mean, you
These
can.
ones?
Yeah, those.
I don't think they do, no, unless maybe a
There
special
might
event.
be an event.
So you would, yeah, they just sit in the water. I think forever, generally. Uh, but yeah, it is back to the next turn. So let's take an Amity event card. Oof, look at all these swimmers! Holy crap! Mayor Vaughn steps in. Oh, this is the jerk from the movie who like wants everybody to get eaten by sharks, or he rationalizes that they're not a threat. So it says there's going to be 2 swimmers each in north-south, and then 1 each in east-west. And it also says after placing swimmers, remove all swimmers at any one beach and close that beach. Oh, that's okay. That's
Okay.
something. Oh, is he the one closing it then? Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's.
So north and south,
Yep, north and yeah, north and south.
and then east and west, or one.
1 each, and west and east. Man, these swimmers just keep showing up. Which movie are you guys talking about now? USS Indianapolis, one of the best scenes ever put to film.
And then you close one.
Yeah, we close one beach. I don't know who chooses. I guess I would probably choose. It seems to make more sense
Yeah,
than the shark choosing. I close that beach.
Which beach are you gonna close?
It's a tough decision because did it say remove? Yeah, remove all swimmers and close. So this one has the most swimmers, but it does have the barrel, which is a disincentive for Rob Bob to go there in the first place. But I'm thinking probably the North Beach because it has 3 swimmers, which is only 1 less. So it's still an effective save, saving 3 swimmers automatically. And he could easily get to North Beach in a moment. He could, I determined that he was either at 4 or south, so he could easily get to North Beach soon. So let's do that. We're going to close North Beach. So we saved 3 swimmers. And now anytime a swimmer appears here, we're just going to flip it. And it says opening soon. Then a second time that a swimmer appears, then the whole piece is removed. All right. So now you can plan your dastardly deeds, you evil shark.
Yep.
Evil shark. Do 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 do. Okay, what I'm going to suggest now is, although you guys said it was fine, or at least Tim said it was fine, I'm going to try zooming in for a while, and you guys let me know if you think it's more helpful or not, or it's like you prefer this or not. Basically, what I'm saying.
I'm gonna use a ability.
He's using an ability. He doesn't tell me what it is. He's using shark power. Shark power. Why does the shark get superpowers? I don't get this.
Okay.
All right, he planned his evil
And
deeds.
so
What
this
happens?
barrel goes off and it eats 4
Oh, okay. He did my. I gave him the idea. He used the feeding frenzy.
So now this goes up by 4. So now I've eaten 6.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Yeah. Well, at least I know where. It's
Know
still.
where-
I know he.
Generally, I am.
Yeah, actually, it's not really that helpful because it's the same info, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because you already know that I've been there once I've
Yeah.
eaten them.
Okay, now I'm learning. Okay. All right, so he's either here. Same kind of logic, right?
I
He's
could be
here or up to 2 spaces
Anywhere
away.
around there. Can I use multiple per turn? Like
I think it's just 1 per turn.
Okay.
If you want me to verify, I can.
Sure.
All right. So can he? The question is, can he use multiple of his special shark
Just
powers per turn or
just
not?
wondering.
Uh,
Thinking probably not.
Probably once per turn. Yeah. Yeah, only one.
Okay.
One power token per turn. Okay, I think the shark is outwitting me. No.
She's not as smart as a shark.
And Tim says that works good also. Cool. And Ryan says supposedly Shaw was super drunk on set. Yeah, I still missing what you guys are talking about. That's okay though. You can feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Um, all right, I gotta get on the ball here. He's already gotten six swimmers. Oof,
It's difficult for the
it is difficult.
people.
Okay, so well, you didn't trigger this one, right? You would have to say that too.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so he is not in this space. I hope so, I guess. But he's here, or here, or here, or here, or let's see. Uh,
I have three moves.
Let me think though. If you were last turn, yeah, you gotta. I do have some more information. Last turn we deduced he was on south or four. So to get to West Beach, that would take two moves. Therefore, he's on West Beach. Ah. Oh, Robert Shaw plays Quint. Quint. Okay, I didn't know the actor's name. I apologize. Cool. Now I get what you're talking about. Okay, so I know he's on West Beach. That is good, but can I launch a barrel there in time? And the answer is I can. Yes. So what I can do is have Quint pick up barrel. That's action one. Two, three, launch barrel for the fourth action, and we'll nail Jaws with one barrel, which is one of the two we need to to wrap up the round. But unfortunately, even if I win the round at this moment, his swimmer count being six isn't
Yeah,
ideal.
that's what I was thinking. It's like even if I do get a barrel, it's still worth it.
Right. So it's almost like even if I win somehow right now, you're still in a good place, I think. But hopefully, I can stop you from getting more than six. So yeah, given that, I mean that's going to be a no-brainer. What I do, that's with Quint. I definitely have to do that. But let's see what else can I do. Um, Brody can run around and do stuff, pick up barrels again and all that. There's no point in using fish finder or binoculars this turn since I've deduced where Jaws is. In a sense, that's good because it opens up just moving around more and things like that
Saving people.
and saving people. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Yeah, let's do the no-brainer. Quint is doing pick up as one action. Actually, I should think this through because as one action, Quint can pick up all barrels that are on the dock. So if I can
Oh,
manage to get one, I don't think I
think
can.
no, I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think I can, unfortunately. But in theory, if there were multiple here, I might want to hold off, or if there's a way to get multiple here. But I would have to go like one, two, three, pick up, and then four, and I can't get back
Yeah,
in time. I gotta remember that Hooper can be moving these around too, and I probably have to do more of that. But yeah, I wonder if I can pick them up in the water. I think yeah, I can. That was one of the actions. I can pick them up in the water. So that's if I decide I don't like them there, I can always pick them up. All right,
but you still
but
don't have enough turns.
yeah. So anyway, let's do that. What Quinn was gonna do. So he's picking up one, two, three. Uh, I'm just thinking a moment if I want to move elsewhere. I could be moving here instead. I just don't know if that's beneficial. I don't think it matters a heck of a lot.
Why would you?
Well, it might be better for me to be here. Let me think it through. It would be closer to the dock. See? Or even this
Okay.
dock. Because these spaces are so big. Like if I want to go back to the dock next turn, if I'm here, it's just one, two. If I'm here, it becomes one. Oh, it's also one, two. I can't count. It's the same either way. Okay.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
okay.
Um, Here I'm closer to rescuing people, so let me think about that. No, I'll do that. Okay, that that's that's a given. I'm doing this. I'm launching the barrel here.
Okay.
That's my turn for him,
Yeah, and
and I
then
got
that
him.
hits
Okay,
me. Yeah.
yeah, I got one onto Jawsy. All right. So Quint's done. Um, yeah, I gotta rescue people. So he can move onto South Beach next turn though, and eat two more people, which would take
You
him to 8, which would be pretty
do you
terrible.
want any of these?
No, go for it. I have to talk too much. You can mute while you're munching. Might be.
Hmm.
I don't think anybody wants to hear you going, some of these cookies are so good. Maybe they do want to hear that. But, yeah, what am I going to do with Brody? I do want to rescue those swimmers, but rescuing two is expensive. But at least I remembered I can pick up barrels from the water, so that's another source of them. Okay, I think we gotta rescue people. We gotta focus on rescuing you. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to move into the shop to hopefully pick up a barrel next turn. And then what do I do with Hooper? First action is going to be rescue a swimmer again. 1. And you can zoom around 2 spaces per action, so maybe I'll get him poised to pick up one of these barrels in the water to hand them off to Quint. That's one of his actions. He can hand off a barrel to Quint, or actually all the barrels that he has on him. So 2, 3, and I'm tempted to make the fourth action a pickup, but then I won't have that. I'll lose that tracking ability, and I don't want to do that. Well, he's already on that space. I guess he probably wouldn't trigger it unless he was backtracking, which makes no sense for him to do. You know, he's here right now. That's what I'm saying. So maybe I'll just pick it up. Yeah, I'm doing that. Picking it up as the last action for Hooper. All right, so Hooper's got a barrel. I can put it right here to be cute. Yeah, it doesn't stay up here. There we go. It's on his boat. And let's see. Ryan said the barrel didn't do squat in the movie. You should be using oxygen tanks. Oh, well, okay. I'm using barrels. I'm not smart enough to use oxygen tanks. Okay, so I think that is the crew turn. It was kind of a bad turn in terms of swimmers eaten, but at least I got a barrel on them. Yeah, I mean, even if you lose right now, being being at 6 on this track is it's above the halfway mark, right? So that's doing pretty good. But next turn, we read an Amity event card. We get Frank Silva, Harbor Master. 2 on north. Oh, what that means though is the 2 just flip this one, and it's not. We don't flip. We don't remove it because each. It's any time one or more appear together, it would reduce the sign by 1. So basically, we remove. We flip the sign to opening soon, and no north swimmers appear, but we do get 1 on south and 2 on west. And unfortunately, fortunately, we know he's on west. So that means you can just chomp chomp and get this track to 8, which is not good. 2 on west, 1 on south. And it says dropping a barrel at a dock or picking up barrels at a dock are free actions this round, thanks to Frank Silva, the harbor master. Okay. I guess that's nice, but but I'm more concerned about these 2 swimmers who are about to be eaten alive. And he's going to be up to 8 on the swimmer track. Not good. All right, go for it, baby shark. I haven't seen Jaws in a while. I don't really remember if the barrels were ineffective or not, but I'm taking your word for it, Ryan. It's using an ability. We know he already used Feeding Frenzy, so he has the high speed one, which would be a good thing to use. He has the invisibility to my tracking stuff, like binoculars and the fish sensor. He has there's another one. What's the other one? Let me look in the rules. The other one is evasive moves. You do not trigger any motion sensors this round, even if you move through spaces with barrels. Okay. Yeah, there might be an oxygen tank in Act 2. I'm not sure. These two. Oh, you won. Okay, he only ate 1. He got a more cunning plan than I So he probably just spent the other two moves moving away, and I don't see any reason for him to use the anti-tracking when he probably used the speed boost, which means he's 4 spaces away from here, which essentially means anywhere. That's my best guess. It's possible he just used the stealth one just to throw me off, but I'm pretty sure he's using the movement one, which again means he could be like anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Okay, so hmm. Yeah. Now I guess at this point I can pretty much say that I've completely lost track of him. Yes. All right. So it's my turn. How am I gonna figure out where he is? Maybe I could just drop the barrel here again. That seems silly though. You might have. You might have. Do I want to launch a barrel right there? Is he messing with me? All right. Let's see. Okay, we gotta keep these barrels moving though. I'm not doing well enough in that. So how can I do? How can I plan this? What I could do is do one, take a barrel. I'm just talking out loud. This isn't my move. Two, three, drop one. That's his movement essentially. I'll just figure out something to do with his fourth move. Then Hooper could come in one, pick up. That's action two. Action three would be to move to Quint, and action four would be to give him two barrels because you can give him all at once in one action. Oh, Ryan said board's out of focus. I think that's because my hand was I was filling around my hand. So maybe it'll fix itself if I keep my hand out of the way. Sometimes it takes a while. Let me see if I can force it. I don't know. Okay, can you hold this for a second? Let me check what's going on. Sorry, folks. My creaky old bones. Okay, somehow it got into manual focus mode. And now it's on auto again. So there we go, it fixed. Sorry about that. Alright, so thank you for the rules. Yeah, then the thing is, once I get the two barrels onto Quint, where do I launch them? I can only launch one a turn, that's the rule. He could do a rescue and a single launch, I guess. Alright, so let's do basically what I said. Okay, yeah, pick up is one, move to dock is two, drop at the dock is three. And what do I want his fourth action to be? Maybe just move back to the shop. Oh, Brody seems pretty useless in this game. He's like a supplier. I don't know. In the movie he's the main protagonist, but in this game he just moves barrels around. He's the one that helps provide ammo for Quint essentially. Quint is, yeah, he's doing all the hard work. Mhm. Actually, hold on, let me think this through. Since nothing really, it's nothing secret was revealed. Let me see. Let me think this through a little bit. I might want to use his binoculars, but they can only be used on the beach, so I'd have to go here or here. I guess I could go there, but I want to drop off a barrel at the dock too. Mm. All right, I'm just gonna keep what I did. So now let's move Hooper one, pick up, and again you can move. Actually, should I rescue the person there as my first move? Maybe I'll do that. Let me think about this for a second. Well, yeah, let me count there. I could rescue, that's one. Move to dock two, pick up three, then move to Quint four, but I wouldn't be able to deliver the barrels if I did that. Alright. Stupid people, get off the damn beach. Okay, let's do the original plan. So basically I wind up here and giving the two barrels to Quint. And yeah, Ryan says people are still swimming at this point. The deaths are on them. I kind of agree. Yeah. 7 deaths. All right, so now Quinn can launch one and do other stuff. Let's see how I want to plan this though. I guess I can rescue one person. That's probably a good idea. I could do one rescue. That's two. Three launch to here. Something like that maybe. And four move back to or move on to the dock. I don't know. Ah, stupid shark. All right, let's do something like that. One, two, three. Yes. Oh, you nodded said yes. Okay, and maybe just four. I'll be right at the dock to pick up a barrel next turn. I don't know. Okay, back to you, Sharko. Actually, it's not back to you. It's Amity event. We get Ben Gardner's boat. Two in north, which would now it ends. It just cancels the closing entirely. So now I can actually have they don't go there, and I can now have Brody close something potentially. What else we got here? So one on south and two on west. Yeah, you're gonna easily snack on two more, I think, soon. And if the shark moves through a space with a boat, they may knock the boat's captain into the water. The captain must spend 2 actions to get back in the boat. And I was gonna do that just to mess with me. Hopefully, it distracts him from his goal of eating. All right, go for it, Sharky. I feel like the swimmers are his inability. The swimmers appear too fast. It should be like one or two a turn, not like two in this space and one in that space and three on that. I just, I'm just complaining because I'm losing, losing to my boy. He's gonna have 10 shark abilities for Act Two. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds scary. Yeah, when Eric got, it's mostly. Felt like it was mostly the three crew. So let me show you guys the card again. So we're talking about it. When we play with my brother-in-law as a shark, he got 9 swimmers. And so he got 10 shark abilities, and we only got 3 weapons. Now, each weapon, not weapon, this crew gear, most of them are weapons, but not all of them. And you need a lot of that stuff, because even like the guns and stuff, they get discarded when you use them once. And so basically, it's really hard with only 3. Yep. Hopefully this focus fixes it again. You need 2 swim. Wait, you knocked me off end? Oh. Did it take an action to knock me off? What did it say? No, just if it moves through a space. Alright. That's that. Okay, can I see your pad to see what you just did? What happened? Okay, so I gotta fix this focus again, unfortunately. So what he did was, let's share it with the group, with the audience. Once I fix this focus. I don't know why it does this. Like, I put my hand in the way, and it focuses on my hand. And you would think it would autofocus back to the board again, but it's not doing that. Come on. Ah. Sorry guys, I'm using a stupid app here. There. I think it's good. Okay, so let's look at his moves. Oh, did this get torn out? Oh man. Okay, let's this is what it looks like his log. I'll point to the map though. You start at the North Beach and you ate a swimmer there. You move to southeast. You move to here. and you ate.
No, I ate. Yeah, then I went to south, and then I ate, and then I went to west.
And west, and you used FF, which is feeding frenzy,
Yeah.
and you ate everybody there. Then you went to, what did it say, east?
And then I ate, and then I went. Wait, this one.
You don't have to write eat here, but I guess
I think I did eat. I ate someone there. So.
let's say you don't have to write eat. You circle swimmers eating. See. Anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
You went to north. Okay. But what did you do on the last turn? SB is what? Speed boost?
Speed boost.
Okay, and what was this OOS?
Out of sight.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
what
the
you didn't
last
think I
turn
did.
you went from where? You were on
I went
N?
from North Beach.
The last turn you went from north, you used a speed boost, and you went to through here, knocked me off. So you went 1, 2, and with the speed boost you got.
To eat two.
Oh, that was in one
That's
move. You
one
moved.
turn, and then I can eat
And
two
2,
people.
3. Okay,
Yeah.
to eat. Okay, so that's how we ate 9 people, basically. Okay, now on to Act 2. What we do is we first of all, I have a huge disadvantage now, but
You're right. So you gotta
flip the board,
flip the board.
take all this stuff off, and it's on to Act 2, which is the boat, the Orca.
So we need the actual boat.
I'm gonna zoom out a little now. I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Okay, well let me zoom out. Okay, there we go. How about like that? Okay. And we have to build the boat. Let's put away things that aren't needed. But we do need our 3 guys. We're going to be on the boat hunting the shark. He's going to be biting chunks of the boat out and also biting chunks out of us.
Yep.
So we flip the shark to the other side. And the crew have to hurt the shark a lot. So he has this wound tracker on the right here. It starts at 0, and I have to inflict 18 wounds to kill Jaws. Here on Act 2. And Ryan says there's 40th anniversary Jaws bicycle card deck I want, but it's expensive because it's out of print. Okay. We flip these purchasing cards to Act 2. Now we have to keep track of wounds for the people. So we're actually battling directly now. Before we were not battling directly.
We were barreling, not
We were
battling.
barreling. So we have wound trackers for everybody. And we even have combat dice. So when we're attacking each other, we roll dice. And if we roll enough of these bang icons or explosion icons, we hit basically. It's like a totally different game. So yeah, we get these markers. Hooper, Quint, and Brody each get their own wound marker, as well as Baby Shark. Baby Shark. And so, let me show you the steps. Well, let's build up the board here. This Act 2 uses more pieces and stuff like that. So he's going to be using these let me show you how it works. It's kind of interesting. There are these resurface cards, and it's going to be 3 drawn per turn. And so he chooses which of these he's going to, which of those areas he's going to resurface at, basically. And he uses a secret choice. He makes a secret choice. And I'm trying to guess where he's going to appear from those 3 choices and whack him with baseball bats and things like that.
Like whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole, yeah. And he's trying to take chunks out of the boat, and again, as the people as well. So we can set up the boat.
So if I destroy the whole boat,
Yeah,
then what? Did I just win?
you win if you destroy the boat or you eat all 3, meaning kill all 3 crew members.
I think that's on the wrong
Oh,
one.
that's the wrong one.
Wait, that's not right.
Sorry, I'm like looking at the screen and stuff.
It's also
It's
not,
also not right.
I think this goes,
This
in
goes
the
front. Yeah, you got it. It's like a puzzle you have to put together. Okay, sure. So he gets a massive number of shark ability cards. I don't know what they all do. I've only really seen them like the last time I played this game about a year ago when my brother-in-law ate everybody. But he gets 10 powers, so you gotta figure that's pretty crazy. Here you
You get
go. You
like
get, what did I say,
two
10?
weapons. No, I don't know.
You get 10 abilities, and I get 3 here. 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
because it adds up
7,
to
8, 9,
13.
10. Here you are. These abilities from last act are not relevant anymore. Let's see, what does Ryan say? Ryan says maybe Zombicide will make a 30th anniversary Night of the Living Dead board game where you try to make your goatee totally 90s. And Tim says Ravensburger does a totally great job with affordable games. Yeah, they're good games. They're well designed too. I haven't played too many of them actually. I had like some of their puzzles and things like that. I think I only played one or two of their games besides Jaws. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna shuffle this resurface deck. And there's a lot more to the rules in Act Two. I think I'm just gonna jump into it though and explain as we go.
Yeah, I don't even remember all the rules.
We don't need these swimmers anymore. Swimmers are out of the picture. We're into the final battle. So there's a lot of these cards. Crew gear. These are the things I only get 3 of. But each crew member has their own particular gear as well, specific to that person.
How many did they get?
They start with 2 specific to the person, and we get 3 crew gear cards to split among the 3 of us. So I'm going to shuffle my crew gear really quickly. Okay, I'll take these 3. 1, 2, 3.
Both times we've played this game, it's the shark's eaten all the people.
Well, we haven't won yet.
Yeah,
But you mean in Act 1 ate all the people?
yeah, but what I remember of being the people
Mhm.
when the shark ate all the people is that like it's impossible, it feels like.
It does feel like it's impossible. I was proud when I was able to deduce where you were that turn. But that was like the only time. Okay, so Hooper has a rifle and a hammer. Quint has a flare and a machete. And Brody has a pistol and a baseball bat. Uh, some of these weapons, they have like all the weapons have an icon on the top left, and that's what kind of weapon they are. The fist is like this one is a melee weapon. You have to be in the same space or adjacent to the shark. The ones with the crosshairs are ranged and you can shoot anywhere. The problem is you need ammo. If you don't have ammo, the card is discarded. If you have an ammo card, you discard the ammo card instead. But since I have such few cards, I'm not going to have a lot of ammo probably. But Hooper has a rifle and a hammer. The ones that with the hook on them, they're attachable to the shark. And what they do is they have, as long as the attached weapon is attached to the shark, it has an effect that impacts the shark negatively. So you can stack these on him, and you could hook all these different things onto him. But he has an ability where he can shake them off, like Taylor Swift. And let's see my other crew cards. These are face up the whole time. I got a canister. This is the what you guys were talking about, the I guess the O2 tank or the gas canister. So this is another thing I can attach to the shark. What this does, it says, while attached, if a pistol or rifle attack wounds the shark, the canister explodes. If the canister explodes, discard it and give the shark 3 wounds, which is nice, but considering it takes 18 to kill him.
You just need to do that 6 times.
Yeah. So, all right. That's good though. Shark cage. This one is before the shark rolls for an attack. You may play the shark cage. And you cannot take any wounds this round. All right, I can protect myself by putting him in the shark cage, I guess. And yeah, I got no ammo, but I have a harpoon gun, another ranged
So
weapon.
that's a lot of damage.
So each of these are a one shot. Yeah, the harpoon gun does a lot of damage. So I have to decide who gets what. And the rules don't say you can like exchange weapons and items. I don't think. So I might have to be pretty careful about this. I actually don't know who should get what. Uh,
I think you should just give one to each of them. I don't know.
Well, I want to, yeah, probably. I want to give, I want everybody to have one ranged weapon. So
Yeah.
harpoon guns go into Quint. Shark cage, I don't know. I'll give the canister to Brody and the shark cage to Hooper. And yeah, I can start my guys in any of the places. I'm going to assume it's good to split them up, but I'm not really sure. Uh, I guess I'm going to put one guy here, one guy here, and one guy here. Why the heck not? Okay, so now there's 6 phases in the turns for Act 2. There's the resurface options. We draw the resurface cards, and those are the places where he could possibly appear. The shark chooses secretly which of those 3 places he's going to resurface at. And then he plays 1 shark ability card optional. The crew prepares. We can each move up to 2 spaces. We choose a weapon, target one of the spaces where we think he's going to resurface, and the shark is then revealed. We fight if we're able to, essentially, and that's the gist of it. And Ryan says, poor shark is trying to eat to survive, and evil humans are trying to kill him. Yeah. Peter would be very upset with us. Okay. So why don't we just get into it?
Okay.
So the resurface options. I'm supposed to put them down here, but I want to cram things in. I'm just going to kind of lay them out up here, I guess. So these are 3 places where you could appear A, B, and C. You could appear exactly where Hooper is, which should be in the water on that space, actually. This is considered a separate space. The water, even though it's 1 tile, the water and boat are separate spaces. So it could be in the water on this tile, but it's a separate space. Another option is here, which is actually where Brody is in the tile. And another option is this one here. So Rob Bob, you can secretly choose one of those
I need
with
the
your
rest
A,
of
B, and
this.
C. So basically he's got these A, B, and C to secretly choose which one he's going to appear at. He flips it over so I don't know. All I can see is the shark fin. And here you go.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, you can actually, in this phase, Rob Bob.
Wait, what does the 2 with the shark fin mean?
Yeah, so all of these resurface cards have a number with a shark fin, and that is the shark's evade ability for the turn. That means basically how many hits I have to roll on these dice when I'm attacking him to wound him. These dice.
Okay.
So
For each attack or for
each
total?
attack. So the other 2 cards have a 1 of evade, evade of 1. So in this one, you are the strongest, basically. And also, you have the shake off, which means if any attached items are on you, you would shake them off, but it's too soon for that. And also, the dice are the number of dice you roll when you attack. So in any case, all your attack rolls are going to be 2. I've ever been ocean fishing? Just bay fishing.
I've just been bait fishing.
And we have the Great South Bay near us here on Long Island.
Alright, so I'm gonna make my choice.
But Rob Bob has a great uncle who is a professional fisherman.
That's his job.
And he catches swordfish and tuna and things like that.
Yeah. So sometimes we just get swordfish for dinner.
Random swordfish for dinner appears in his lap. That's pretty
Yep.
nice. Okay, so you selected your.
I've selected.
You selected which one, A, B, or C, and you can choose to use 1 shark ability. It's optional.
Oh yeah.
You have 10 of them. I feel like you might as well just
I
use
might
one
as
every turn.
How do these turns work? So I attack the space.
Yeah, so you're going to choose a space to resurface at, right?
Mhm.
And you can optionally play a shark ability. Then I prepare. I can move up to 2 spaces and choose a weapon for each of my 3 guys. And I use one of these targets. Actually, what are these for, though? I guess they're for this. Just so we're clear about which one is which.
I mean, that's what I assumed.
But yeah, I get these targets. I get a blue one for Hooper. I get green for Quint and black for Brody. And I'm going to be targeting one of the spaces where I think the shark's going to appear. And then what happens is you reveal where you appeared, and you pop up and scare everybody. And then I attack you, and then you attack back, essentially.
Okay.
So I gotta hope I get really lucky with these hits, I guess.
Gotta read all my cards.
Yeah, he's got like so many options. He could be here for hours, just thinking about which one's the best to play, reading all the text on 10 cards. It's tough when you're winning. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna try to do, and in a sense, maybe it's not the best that I'm explaining my plans, but I try to make it interesting
You
for you
should
guys too.
wait till I make my choice.
Okay, make your choice. That's a good point. It's just a general thing that probably won't affect your choice much, but I'll wait for you anyway.
Yep.
So I'll just wait. So thanks for watching, by the way, guys. I know board game streams are a little bit of a weird thing. Most people do video games, but I like when I do this channel, I like to make it like any game that I like, and also Rob Bob. Um, without borders. In other words, it'll be a video game, new or old. It could be a board game. It could be a game book. My only limitation is sometimes certain games are hard to display on camera. And I don't know if this looks super good, but hopefully it's good enough,
Okay,
and
I'm
you
gonna
can at least see the information.
I'm gonna pick to play this card.
And Ryan said, "I think your board game streams are my favorite." Cool, Ryan.
Yeah, they're fun.
All right, so he picked his shark ability. He's using one, and now it's up to me. So what I was gonna say is generally, I think it's probably a good idea to attach things first as much as possible. Usually the attachment things. I only have two though, flare and canister, because they each give some kind of negative effect to the shark. So I think in general, especially if I had a lot of crew items, which I don't, but if I did, say I had seven and maybe four of those were attachments, I could try to get all these things hooked up to the shark first to weaken him and make him more vulnerable, and then kind of go all out with the rest of the attacks. So I'm going to try to get the canister and flare attached first, perhaps. But what I do right now is I move up to 2 spaces. And oh, you know what it is? I'm supposed to put the A, B, and C on the spaces so it's clear.
Hmm.
Clear where it's going to appear. So this doesn't change anything for you, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same.
Yeah, so I can see he's going to appear in one of these 3 water spaces. And when he surfaces, by the way, he can't attack a person unless the person is in the water, but he can take a big chunk out of the boat, or he could try to. So you'll see how that works in a moment, I'm sure. But yeah, I gotta decide where he's gonna appear. And the way I see it, has the best evade here, so that's an incentive for him to pick this one. But again, it comes down to that mind game. Is he going to do the obvious choice or try to bluff? I could try to have all my guys attack point B, but maybe I want to put 2 there and hedge my bets a little bit. Maybe 2 on B and 1 on A or something like that. And Ryan said that, and I count adventure books in that vein. Yeah, yeah. These are fun to do because I know they're not typical, and I get to share my interest in my crazy geeky games and all that stuff. But let me get this board game box off of my lap. I've been holding it there for a while.
I think my strategy is too good, and you're never gonna guess it.
Strategy is to eat me.
How'd you guess it?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, again, I can move each guy 2 spaces before I commit to where I'm going. But, oh, by the way, I should probably read all these cards. Each one has a special thing. Okay, so hammer, when attacking with the hammer, the shark's evade is 0. That's nice.
Okay.
But it only rolls 1 die, so I don't know, still not great.
Doesn't sound like it would do much to a shark.
Especially a giant great white. Rifle, you just shoot it. It does pretty good. Harpoon gun, you shoot it, and it's better than the rifle. Machete, it's actually quite a strong melee weapon. Flare, I can attach, and while attached at the end of each round, the shark must roll 1 die and take that many wounds. So that would be a great one to attach to Mr. Sharko here.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And then I just have to hope he doesn't shake it off too quickly. Pistol has an interesting special thing to it, and that is when I target. So again, when I target, I'm going to be using these markers. So say I want to shoot here. With the pistol, what I get to do is if I don't like where I targeted because he surfaced somewhere else, I can move it 1 space adjacent. So I can kind of move the gun a little bit. Only with the pistol can you do that, though, not other guns. Baseball bat, it's a melee weapon, basically. And if your attack misses, reroll both dice, so it's a really accurate melee weapon.
Baseball
The
weapon.
canister, we talked about that. I can attach it, and then if I shoot with a pistol or a rifle, it explodes and does 3 damage. All right. So I'm going to try to do is get both of these attachments on on the shark, not on Brody. On the one hand, you could argue it's not good to pile too many on at once because one shake off
Yeah.
action and they're all done. So I'm just realizing that now. So maybe I'll just try to get one of them on at a time. I don't know.
Are they one use?
Uh, yeah, you attach it, and then they stay on. Once you get the shake off action, you would discard it.
No, but I mean if you miss with it.
You don't miss with them actually.
Okay.
You don't have to roll with the attachments. I guess the
So it's like you don't pull the trigger if it's not there, I guess.
well, the attachments are not guns. They're all like
Oh, okay.
other things.
I mean a flare is. Flare gun.
It's not a flare gun. It's just a flare. It's like a stick.
I mean you use a flare gun usually. I don't know.
No, it's like a stick that you
Yeah, I guess.
and it has this fire shooting out
Yeah.
kind of. So I'm attaching it to him somehow. I don't. Maybe I'm putting it in his mouth. Putting it in the shark's mouth. Anyway, let me decide what I'm going to do. So I'm going to think that he's probably going for B. And I'm going to put two guys on there. So I guess Quint is going to go there. 1, 2, and I have to choose target. So he's going to target here, and his weapon is going to be. I'm going to put the weapon of choice, I guess, right here for each guy, like right over his name. He's going to try to use a flare. Brody is going to stay there too and target B and try to use a. Let's go with the baseball bat. Beating a. He's got a gun and a special caster, but for now he's just going to try to beat it with a Louisville Slugger. And yep.
So does this like this base and this base, do they count as adjacent?
Diagonals don't.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
and so Hooper, I'm going to use to hedge my bets because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket on this one. So he's going to go in either A or C. I haven't decided which one yet.
A or C.
Let's go with. Maybe he should use a rifle. I don't know. Rifle to the long range weapons have range, so I think they're best to save for when you're not able to be at the surface point. Like say I was over here, right? Then I couldn't run to any of them. So I think I'm going to save my long range for that kind of situation and just use melee for now. So I'm going to stay at A because why not? They're basically the same, A or C. And he's going to use
The hammer.
hammer right here.
Okay.
And what do we do now? I guess we do the shark reveals.
All right. I'm
Where does he
going
go?
on A.
He's on A. Okay, so these guys can't do anything unfortunately, but Hooper gets to bash him with a hammer, and that's all we're going to accomplish.
And then I have like one evade or whatever it's called.
So Tim Deesa just went and ordered it for Under the Tree this year. Oh, did you mean? Do you mean the Jaws game right here? Or did you get a flare? Did you buy a flare? All right, sorry. What did you say, Rob?
I have the one evade though, so
You have one evade.
probably actually no, that avoids the evade though.
Yeah, with the hammer, the evade is 0. So, all right. And the way it works is you roll the dice, and for the hammer, it's only one die.
Oh, and also I have the ability,
And you subtract the evade of the shark. But he has an ability. What's the ability?
which is if shark damages or destroys a boat space, apply 2 hits to one boat space that's adjacent to the targeted space.
Okay, so that happens when it's your turn to attack.
Alright.
All right, so Hooper is hitting with the hammer. Basically, whatever we roll, that's how many wounds we inflict on Mr. Sharky.
Get a 0.
It's a 1.
One.
All
Okay.
right, something. Bopped him in the nose with a hammer. You're like, ouch. And yeah, that's that.
Don't I attack the space? Oh no.
Now you surface.
Okay.
Well, actually, you already surfaced, but let's put
Yeah.
the shark there.
Alright.
Rah! Okay, so yeah, the other guy didn't get to attack, unfortunately, and now you attack.
Okay. So would I just roll a die?
So,
No, I rolled 2 die.
so you roll the number of dice that are on the card you chose, which is 2, and you attack the boat because we're not in the water. You can't choose to attack us. But I don't know if you guys can see who are watching in the audience, but it has 2 numbers on this space, 1 and 3. 1 means he damages the boat if he rolls at least a 1 on these 2 dice, which is pretty easy to do. And 3 means he totally destroys this chunk of the boat if he rolls 3 or higher. So here you go.
So
Try to roll where people can see.
Hoping for a 3, I guess.
Hoping for 00 for you. You got a
I got a
three.
3, so that destroys it.
Yeah, you destroyed this chunk.
And my card
Oh
makes
man.
this one get
Oh,
damaged too.
okay, fine.
Because it does 2
Two
damage to an
hits.
adjacent.
Yeah. So that one got
Wait,
damaged, and this one got destroyed.
just hit the computer.
Let's get rid of the ABC.
Okay.
And my guy Hooper is in the water with the shark. Always a good thing.
But I can't actually attack him.
No, you can. You get the bonuses.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
So I get to roll 1, I guess?
Um, let me check how the bonuses work. So at the end of the turn, like the very last thing, I think the way it works is the shark gets to attack anyone. Let me put it like this so it looks nicer on the screen. Anyone in the water in the same space or adjacent, he gets a free attack on, which is nuts. But I think you only roll one die, not the amount on the card. Yeah. So the bonus attack is roll one die against each crew member that's in your space or an adjacent water space. So basically, you can bite Hooper right now
Okay.
for one die.
So 1 die. And
One.
1 hit.
Okay, Hooper takes a bite to his arm or something, a little nick. And Ryan says, "Here you go, kids. Everyone gets a flare for Christmas." Yeah, so Tim is getting the game. Cool. Yeah, it's a good game. This is my second time playing in a dimension. And I've been having fun with it so far. And thanks for watching, by the way, Tim. He liked the Ryan said he liked the shark tub. Yeah, you probably couldn't tell what it was when I had it standing upright, but like this, you
Yeah.
can tell. And by the way, all these guys, I'll probably lay them all down. Why not? They're like little meeples, as they call them, little figures. Okay, so that was the end of round one. So basically, Shark took one damage and Hooper took one damage.
Okay.
So, by the way, it takes 2 moves to move from the water back onto the boat. So I'm probably going to do that with Hooper. Yeah, but we'll see. So he goes away. Shark is going under the water again. And we repeat with the resurface cards. So we have A is 2 and on this space. B is on this space. And you can shake off stuff and C is there. Okay, so again we have A, B, and C. So A, B, and C is here. Okay. Okay. What's up next? Shark chooses.
So I get to pick.
Yep.
Think very carefully about this.
Yeah, Hooper's gonna be killed.
Wait, okay.
Okay, he thought about it carefully, but it took him like 2 seconds.
So if I can't actually, like if I attack that space, would I be attacking him if he was
What
still
space?
underwater? The space that he's on.
Uh,
I mean, not that I can, but
yeah. When you attack, you can attack the boat or a person,
Mhm.
and the person can be adjacent, I believe. So let me just verify that though. It doesn't have to be in the same space. Is what I'm getting at. You may choose one boat space to attack. That's if you attack the boat. If you attack a crew member, it's either or for your main attack. The crew member must be in the water and they must be in your space or adjacent. So if you were here, you could attack this guy in the water.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying basically.
Okay. So you played your choice of A, B, or C. Okay. So now I have to decide where the heck he might choose to go. And also probably want to move Hooper onto the boat. I'm gonna need a bigger boat, guys. Oh no, not Hooper. Harry and Helen Hooper. Okay, what the heck am I doing? Alright, I'm still gonna try to get a flare attached to him, but I don't know. I'll see what I can do. A, B, or C. Okay. My gut's telling me C, but I'm not sure. So notice again, his strength is different between whatever choice he has. He's stronger on B, actually.
Yep.
He gets to roll 2 dice instead of 1, so that's an incentive for him to pick B. Alright, I'm gonna move Quint to B, 1, 2.
Oh, wait, I forgot to actually think about this.
You want to use your shark
Wait, let me
ability?
just
Yeah, go
think
for
about
it.
it.
Okay, he's gonna think about his shark abilities. His 9 remaining shark ability cards. Let me bump this a little bit.
Whoa.
Okay, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to hold up this beautiful chunk of boat that is no more. I got 5 likes. Only 2 people chatting. They're silent likers. They're people who like me, but they're actually my secret admirers. And you too. You're part of the hosting too. And it's okay if anybody doesn't want to chat. It's totally fine if you just want to watch. But I do like chatting with everyone. Or if you just want to say hi, feel free to do that. You can say this game rocks. Your stream sucks. Whatever you want. Oh, the sea got knocked off. That was over here. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Arturo is lurking lately. I don't know if he's joining actually. He used to be like the biggest chatter here. Maybe he's just busy. I don't know. Or he's getting tired of the streams. I don't know if he's watching. Sometimes I'm like, it says I have 0 watchers. Is anybody there? And then Arturo will say, I'm here. And I'm like, oh, hey, Arturo. I didn't know you were here.
Arturo never counts. It always says.
Yeah, it doesn't count him because it uses geolocation to detect that he's from Mexico and they're racist.
I don't know. I'm not gonna use anything.
Okay, he's not using shark ability. I mean, you probably have an
I
upper
probably
hand already.
should, but like,
All right,
no.
so let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna move Quint over to B. He's hoping he can attach a flare at B.
I wonder if some of those viewers are some of my friends because I sent them the link because
Okay,
one of the
cool.
characters' name is Quint and one of my friends' name is Quentin.
Well, maybe Quentin's watching then. All right, cool. So let's see what else we can do. Yeah, Hooper has to spend 2 moves going back onto the boat, and I can go on C, but I have a feeling he's gonna get chomped right there and get damaged again. So maybe I want
I
to move.
wouldn't attack C.
He wouldn't attack. Oh, he's telling me that. Okay, I can trust him for sure. Let me think about what Brody's gonna do.
You said the green token's off. Didn't you move it?
Yeah, I moved the green token here.
Yeah.
I moved Quint there. You can move 2 spaces. But blue, and by the way, he's going to target there with the flare. I'm shooting the flare. Um, Blue is going to try to get onto the boat. I guess we can just move on C and use a hammer. Let's try that. And,
Well, Tim is saying that you moved him onto the bow.
huh?
You moved green onto the bow. Like where A is, I guess.
Oh, well,
Oh.
now he's here.
Now he's there.
Okay, and I always want to like, I usually like to do like 2 and 1, but you can always just do 1 of each. Um, yeah, let's see. I don't know. It's a hard choice. I guess I shouldn't overthink it though, right? Okay, I'm gonna put him on B as well. With the again, we'll use the maybe we should just use the canister. Try to do the canister. Well, if he's doing the flare and then he doesn't, yeah, we'll do that baseball bat. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And now you can reveal. Hey, crap.
I didn't hit anyone though. I just hit the boat.
Yeah, you get to chomp on the boat.
It's only 1 die though.
Chompy chomp chomp.
1 hit.
Okay,
So that makes it damaged.
yeah, you damaged it. Yeah, Tim says he's good. Yeah, he is good. He's a dastardly shark. Okay, so no people were harmed this round, but the boat was damaged 1.
Like I said, my strategy is too good.
Maybe you're right. I should just put one guy on each one. Then you can't escape me. But I won't be doing a lot of damage either. Anyway, next round. Yeah, you don't get to do any bonus attacks because nobody's in the water. Resurface options. We get A. That can do 3 dice of damage.
Ooh.
B and C. So A is this one here, and he gets to do a ton of damage. B is up here. C is the same space. Huh, look at that. Okay. That narrows the locations a bit. It would be, does he want to have the 2 evade and the 1 die, or the 1 evade and 2 dice? That would be the difference. But yeah, I can definitely hit one of them now, at least. I mean, you can always definitely hit one of them, but I have a great chance of being able to double up on one. Let's put it that way.
Think about this. So
Don't think about it. I'm going to think of what I'm going to do in the meantime. I guess no point in my not thinking while you're thinking. Okay.
let me think about my cards also. Play this card.
Okay. Okay, so it's my turn to do stuff. That may work. Let me think about that. Okay, Brody is going to actually move here.
So you can use a gun.
He's going to use his gun and target here, because the pistol lets you move the target one space, so I can have a guaranteed chance to hit somebody, actually.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to hit me there.
At least a chance to roll the dice at you. Cooper's gonna target here with the hammer.
The hammer. Hammer time.
Hammer time. And Quint is gonna go here and target with the flare.
Okay, so you can hit me twice, definitely, I think.
Boat is getting smaller, yeah. That's right, Tim. And Ryan says something tells me a shark wouldn't be this persistent. You would think it would get beat up a little and just be like, I think I'm gonna move on. Hey, but it's Jaws. All right, so
Alright. It's not just any shark.
it's these sharks and all sharks. All right, so yeah, reveal where you are.
Okay, I'm attacking
Make him pop up. Hey.
A.
All right, the shark appeared today. Ah, and that
So I get
means
3 dice.
I can move this with the pistol.
Oh, you get to shoot me first.
Right? Yeah, pistol moves here. Take that. Yeah, let's roll the pistol. This is unfortunately a one shot,
It's 2 dice.
but it's 2 dice, and your evade is what there?
1.
1. Okay, you roll 3 dice there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully I can roll double 2, then do 3 damage. But that's pretty
Oh,
good
3
still.
damage.
So 2 damage isn't bad.
Oh, it's 2, yeah. 'Cause
Hmm?
I forgot it was 2 because of the evade.
Yeah, the evade is subtracted. So 3 wounds on Mr. Shark. Still a long way to go though.
Yeah.
And the pistol is done. That's just how it works in this game. If you don't have ammo, you just use the ammo that's in the gun, I guess, already. And so that guy is done. This guy's attack is wasted. Yeah, so Hooper is going to bash it with a hammer. Evade is considered 0, so it's whatever I roll. It's the damage. 1.
1, so that's another damage.
So the shark is at 4. And yeah, I guess it's your turn to attack back. Unfortunately,
All 3 dice.
3 dice.
So these just hit the boat.
Yeah, you can only chomp the boat.
Whoa,
I only got 1. Oh,
that's unlucky.
you have the 2. I don't know if you
also,
guys can see, but I have
my
the 2.
ability.
Second helping. After an attack that targets the boat, The shark may launch a second attack on the boat with 2 dice. Oh, okay. The second attack may target the same boat space or a different one.
Alright.
All right. I
So
think you can technically target this one because it's adjacent.
it can be anyone. It can be anyone.
I think you still have to be adjacent to it.
You may target the same space or a different one.
A different one doesn't mean you can teleport here all of a sudden.
It doesn't say it has to be adjacent.
I think that's assumed.
No.
What do you guys think?
Usually it says that. Usually it says adjacent to
This
it.
is you don't have to. It means you don't have to target the same one. You could change your target. This one's adjacent as
Yeah, you
well.
could change your target to anyone.
Anyone? Why would it be that?
Because it's a shark, you can swim fast.
No, come on. Okay, I need you guys to decide
vote
our
on this?
disagreement. So his card says, again, I'm trying to make the
Every
autofocus.
other card on here says adjacent.
It's just saying you get to do a second attack, which would mean all the constraints, all the rules pertain.
Yeah, but on every other card
Ryan
it
says Rob Bob
adjacent.
is right. Holy crap.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look this up later.
I'm right.
This doesn't make sense. You get to do a second attack. You don't have to target the same one. You get to target this one if you want. It doesn't mean you can target over here or over here.
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually,
Fine.
I'm not gonna wait till later. Okay, sorry guys, I'm googling for.
Why wouldn't it say adjacent then?
But it doesn't have to.
But it
The
does on every
second
other
attack.
one.
Okay, imagine I get something that says I can attack again with my hammer. Does that mean I can suddenly shoot across the boat?
Well, it's not. It's because it's a hammer.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
sell
say on a different
second
space.
helping Jaws. All right, second helping clarification. This person asks, I assume that when playing the second helping ability in Act 2, the shark is only able to make the second attack against a boat space that is adjacent to the current shark location where it resurfaced. I thought this was obvious, and I do, but then I watched it played by Geek and Sundry, which is another YouTube channel, I guess. And the shark used this card to make a second attack against a part of the boat that was on the other side of the boat, not adjacent. So the designer of the game, Dustin Schwartz, chimed in and he said, sounds like the GNS crew interpreted the second sentence to mean that the second attack may target any boat space, but it doesn't say that. It merely says a different one. So I would assume that the normal rule, which requires the shark player to target adjacent boat spaces, only still apply. Okay, it said designer, but not of this game. It's a designer of a different game, so he's not the authority here. But let's see what else. Here is Brian Kirk the designer. He has a Jaws icon, so I assume he's the designer of Jaws. He says, I too just finished the Geek and Sundry video and noticed the same thing. You guys are correct. We intended second helping to be used
Okay.
to attack an adjacent boat space, as in the rules. It says whenever the shark attacks, it must be an adjacent boat space. But we neglected to specify that on the card, so it's easy to see how people might play it incorrectly, thinking it was a special power that breaks normal rules. Just another thing to add to the running changes that I've added to the FAQ doc that I'm compiling. All right.
All right. So it's not. So it has to be adjacent.
Thank you, designer of the game. Thank you, Board Game Geek.
But it can also be the same space if I wanted
Yes.
to. How much damage do I have to do?
You have to do 2 to get that space.
Okay, I'm gonna attack at the same space.
Okay, and you get 2 dice, right?
Yeah, I get 2 dice.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I can destroy it. Nope.
1. Oh, I got lucky there.
But I get to knock you on the water, right? Because I hit it. Or no, because it
No.
doesn't.
You have to damage the.
But if you add up, because I got 2,
Oh.
I got 1 on 2.
Don't make me have to search on Board Game Geek again. Ryan says, I'm sorry your dad is cheating, Rob. I'm
Yeah.
cheating by consulting the designer of the game. I
What
just
is-
keep moving this because I'm afraid of this glare being in
What
there.
is this?
Whatever.
He's-
Just put it over there. All right, so you get the free bonus against people in the water, but there aren't any. All right, so I actually had a positive turn where I did damage and nothing
Nothing
bad happened.
happened.
Oh, I did expend a pistol though. That's okay. They're there to be expended. Okay. So yeah, next round.
I don't feel like my strategy is working very well.
We got A, B, and C. Okay. So let's put these on the board. We got A.
Could I attack the
B.
destroyed space?
You can appear there, yes. And then your attack would be against any adjacent ship piece, or you can attack a swimming person. So you could appear here, although that's not a choice, but if it was, you could appear here
Yeah.
and then attack either here this ship piece or this ship piece if
Could I
you
also
wanted to.
do that here? Could I attack this one?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And so, in case anybody's wondering who's watching, the white lines around the boat are considered the edge of a space, as is the edge of a tile. So if he's here, because it's kind of like I don't know, staggered right here, I guess you could say, then this ocean space is actually adjacent to this boat space. So as he starts destroying the ship, he's adjacent to more spaces of the ship. So it becomes harder and harder. All right, so where is he going to appear? He can appear anywhere at the bottom, basically. Well, most of the places at the bottom. And he shows his baby shark ability. Tim says it's nice when the designer chimes in. Yeah.
I dropped a piece.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Board Game Geek is like a great resource for all board games, and you can ask a question there, and yeah, oftentimes the designer will chime in, which is good. And back in the day, you couldn't do that.
I'm gonna stop using my strategy.
Okay, he's gonna stop his strategy, and this
It's not. I don't feel like it's working.
this
well.
time use an anti-strategy. Okay, so you've decided. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. So I have to decide which one he's gonna come to. I wonder if I should just put all my eggs in one basket and hope for the best. I don't know. I could always just put like one on each time. I don't know. I feel like I should be making educated guesses and be successful fairly often. But maybe this time I will go with one in each. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna put Quint here and try to flare. I'll leave Brody there where he is and try to canister. And I'm gonna put Hooper here and hammer. He seems to be good with hammering the shark.
Okay.
All right.
Revealing it.
Read them and weep.
It was B.
It was B.
See,
Oh,
my strategy
Hooper's
before
gonna be hammering again.
My strategy before was just to pick A every time.
Okay, so once again, it's gonna be Hooper with the hammer. He's like the only one doing much
also
damage.
I have an ability, which
What
is
is it? Big mouth.
if the shark damages or destroys a boat space, each crew member on that boat space takes 1 wound.
Ouch! He gets a big chomp in there. Okay.
You get to hit me with a hammer though.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bash you with this hammer. I can only do 2 at its best. Yeah, it cancels the evasion. All right. 1. Shark wounds are at 5.
Alright. I get to roll my 3 dice.
I want to attach the canister and make it blow up. For the flare. I've been trying to get this flare on you for like ages. Quint can't ever hit you. Yeah, it's pretty much always Hooper.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're here. We didn't put the piece down.
I forgot.
And you roll what?
It's 2 dice? No, it's 2 dice.
3 dice. Damn. Ouch. Okay, you
More
damaged.
than that. It doesn't matter, I guess. So he takes 1 wound,
Yeah.
and I damage the ship piece.
And because you damaged it, Hooper winds up in the water, so you get to take another bonus shot at him.
Yeah. So that's.
It's only 1 die for the bonus, though. Hold on, can you?
What?
Just remember to have a shark cage. What you do before you roll. Alright. I guess I should have done it before. Okay, I'm gonna remember for next time. It's basically before a shark rolls for an attack, you may play the shark cage. You cannot take any wounds this round. Alright, so I'm gonna save that. I take 1 more wound for
So
now.
you take 2 this turn.
I already took 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so next round then.
Okay.
Let's move these off. I could probably move a little faster now that we got the hang of this. We're into the groove. Alright, so
Back in the groove.
back in the groove.
Toe jam it up.
We got A, B, and C. Where'd the A, B? So A is over here, B is over here, and C is... Oh, did I do this wrong? B is over here.
Yeah, B's there.
C is here.
A is... No, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, so B would be to appear in an empty space. Okay.
Okay, I think I know where I'm gonna go. In all those turns before, I was just pretending to think, while in actuality, I was just gonna play A. I mean, I might as well use these cards, like, I have so many of them.
Yeah, it's hard to guess where you're gonna be. All right, so, but I'm gonna make Hooper spend his two moves to get back on the boat. I think that's a no-brainer.
Hmm.
And he can target still, but he's gonna have to use the rifle. So maybe I'll do that. It's a good excuse to ready the rifle. Get all attacks in when we can, right? All right.
Let me discard this and use this.
Got a shark ability again.
Still have 6 left.
Okay, Hooper's it targeting here. Quint is gonna go 1-2 and try to get that damn flare on him over here. I'll just split it up 3 ways again. And
Yeah, that seems like it works
I mean,
enough.
yeah, you can get a chance to roll, but then you don't get to pile them on everyone you do this. It's just me doubting myself too much. And Brody's gonna try to get the canister on you over here.
Okay.
All right. So reveal thyself, Sharko.
I was on C,
You're on C. Okay.
so you get the canister.
I get to put the canister on you. Here
And
you
you have
go.
to hit me with the rifle.
So the canister is on Sharko, and I have to shoot you and make it explode. Or the harpoon gun would count too, right? Oh no, it's only the pistol.
No, that says rifle.
The only pistol or rifle. Okay. Good thing I didn't burn it then.
So, actually could attack one of 2 spaces,
That is correct.
but I think I'll just attack the one that it's on.
Shouldn't take these off. You were on. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah. So you're attacking here. Here.
Are you hitting me with the hammer? Did you already?
Oh.
Which one did you?
No, it was the canister is attached to you.
For Hooper? Oh no, Hooper attacked the other one. Never mind.
Oh. Wait.
No, Hooper was
I
targeting
think
that
I
one.
moved the wrong pieces.
Hooper was targeting this.
Yeah, I moved the wrong pieces. See, he's supposed to be here, and he's supposed to be here.
Okay.
He couldn't have moved there because he was in the water.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you're attacking
Yeah, I'm attacking.
the boat. You roll 2 dice. Ooh,
That
so
destroys it.
you have destroyed this part of the boat. Yes.
I'm just gonna try to destroy the boat, I guess.
Jeez.
Oh, and also I get to attack. Oh, I also forgot my ability, which was just I get a chance to re-roll.
Okay, so you don't really need to.
But I mean, I can still use that against Brody.
Yeah. It's your bonus attack, I guess.
I
And
get
just
to
a
reroll
reroll.
it.
Where was he?
Here, I think.
Yeah.
That's
2. Ouch. Okay, Brody takes a nice chomp. Chomp. Okay, let's catch up on the chat. Ryan said, "Do you have any horror movies you plan on watching for October or Halloween?" I actually plan on showing Rob Bob Night of the Living Dead because we're gonna play the board game based on that in
I gotta know the
a week or
board
2 or
game.
3, sometime this month. So I want him to be familiar with the movie. I should have showed him Jaws first.
Yeah.
For this, but that's okay. I want to prime him for the movie, and I got permission from his mom too. I wanted to make sure she was okay with him watching a horror movie. All right. So, where are we? Yeah, we're done with your turn. Poor Brody is in the water with nothing but a baseball bat to fight a gigantic great white shark with. And
He's running out of weapons.
we only have one resurface left, so I have to. We're gonna make that. We are done with the turn, right?
Have to reshuffle them.
Yeah, you gotta reshuffle. Quint's been trying to get this flare on this thing for like a half hour.
He's missed every time. He's supposed to be like a veteran.
Yeah, he's the grizzled tough guy, basically. I mean, you could argue Brody's pretty tough too because he's a cop, but But Quint is the grizzled, shark hunter. He's like, I'm gonna get this flare on you, Sharky. Oops,
Mm,
where'd he go?
right there. I got it.
Cool, thank you. We're always dropping things when we play board games. All right, let's get these resurfaces on the board. We got here is
Left.
a B. It's funny they say this game is 60 minutes, but so far we've been playing for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was thinking we could probably play 2 rounds, but probably not.
This one took a lot longer
I
than I
assume
thought
we'll
it would.
finish this probably before midnight-ish, and then we will have to call it a stream. Okay, it could be just that we're slow. All right, so let's see. Yeah, choose your stuff. I'm gonna choose what I'm gonna do. Think about what I'm gonna do while you do that.
Playing this. And I'm going to pick one of these. I think I'm gonna pick this one.
Okay. Okay, so Ryan says Night of the Living Dead is a classic must watch. Yep. Tim says although I think a harpoon in the mouth would be a huge deterrent. Ryan says I showed. Oh, he said Hooper, what the hey man, tie yourself up. I showed my Ryan said I showed my daughter so many horror movies way younger than Rob Bob. Am I a bad dad? Nah. Rob Bob actually isn't into movies. I have to actively show
I
him
didn't
something.
really
He
watch. I
doesn't
don't
watch
watch.
any movies.
I don't really watch
Pretty much.
anything. I watched Breaking Bad.
You watched Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
The series?
Yeah. I
Wow.
watched it in like 5 days.
That's pretty hardcore, that
Yeah.
show. It's a great show though.
It is.
All right, so I mean, he's ready for Night of the Living Dead if you watch Breaking Bad. I mean, unless he specifically thinks that zombies are. I mean, there's in Breaking Bad, everybody. I think it's okay to have spoilers, but I mean, you have really gruesome murders. You have
Yeah.
dissolving a corpse in
In a
acid in a
bathtub.
bathtub. Yeah. You got all kind. You got drug dealing. You got
I need to take off
yeah.
the sweatshirt.
Okay. Anyway, what the heck am I doing? Okay, so Brody needs to get on the boat, so he's gonna do that. And he's gonna go to. I don't know if this is smart, but the only way I can have Brody actually attack the shark this round is if he goes to sea because he has no ranged weapons. So he's gonna go to sea and target. Gonna target here with the baseball bat. Let's see what else. Part of me thinks that he might be trying to do this one to use the shake off and to get that canister off him. So when does that take effect? Do you get to shake off before I shoot? Yeah, you do. Okay. So I'm gonna move Hooper and Quint here, and Quint's gonna give up on the flare for now and try to machete him in the face, and Hooper's gonna hammer him. And hopefully, you're doing your always pick A strategy. And Ryan's never watched Breaking, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I'm not a huge watcher of these dramatic series.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad totally sucked me in. And then I watched Better Call Saul, which is amazing too.
Still have to watch that.
That just ended recently.
Yeah.
Anyway, reveal thyself, Sharko.
Okay. I'm attacking A.
It is A.
And
And what?
domino effect. So if I damage
Okay,
or
that one
destroy
again.
it actually isn't roll 2 dice. It's apply 2 hits.
Apply to it. Oh, I see.
So I
Okay.
destroy this. I'm gonna destroy this one.
Okay, if you damage or destroy a boat
Yeah,
face.
if
Okay.
yeah.
Boat face. Okay, so because I got two guys targeting A, well, I forgot to put the pieces down, but I hope you realize
You can assume.
hope you understand what I was doing. Yeah.
I get to take off the canister.
Yeah, I thought you might want to do that, so that's why I put two on A. So you shook off the canister, you listened to Taylor Swift's song called Shake It Off, and you shook it off. And that's out of there. So yeah, I was kind of thinking you might do that. And also it's a strong space too, because you get to roll 3 dice. But yeah, I get to whack you with a machete, which does 2 dice plus 1 hit, so that's pretty good. and the hammer once again. Hooper with the hammer has been hitting like so much. Let's roll Hooper with the hammer first to get that out of the way. And I'm hoping the machete is a really solid hit. So that's one wound from the hammer. You're up to six. You're still
I'm a
got a lot of
third of
hits.
the way.
Third of the way. And I mean, okay. Ryan says I don't like
It doesn't
glamorizing crime.
really.
I wouldn't say glamorizing crime because it's about him. It's about Walter White, who's played by Bryan Cranston, becoming a
Yeah.
bad guy.
Like all of his family hates him at the end and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, machete, two dice plus one hit. Let's get five hits in. Come on, machete. Okay, four
Pretty
hits is
good.
pretty good. So it's three hits plus
That's
one.
like a lot. Yeah.
So you are up
Oh
to
no, I
10. What?
but I have one defense or whatever they call it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. The hammer. I kept forgetting because the hammer cancels. But this does not cancel. It's only three hits. So nine wounds on the shark. He's halfway there. Just gotta hold the fort a little longer.
I need to. So I get to attack this with three.
Oh, was it three dice? Oof.
Yeah.
So you're attacking. Yeah, you have to attack
Hoping I can get
both.
four.
You gotta keep putting the shark piece
Yeah.
there. It's more fun that way.
Forgot. I keep forgetting.
Oof. Okay, he damaged
So,
it. Didn't
damaged
destroy it,
it.
but damaged it. So we got our two guys here in the water.
And then I get to deal. I get to destroy the adjacent one,
Yeah.
which will be this one.
Oof. Yeah, you get to damage. Apply two hits. Yeah. Okay, so you're doing this.
And then he falls in the water.
You got all of us in the water.
So I can only. Can I attack only one of these or two of them?
With the bonus, you get to attack everybody who's in the space or adjacent in the water.
So I can attack everybody
You
in
get
the
to
water.
attack everybody right now. You
Like,
might kill
not-
Hooper.
Am I?
So roll one at a time. It's only one die for the bonus attack.
Alright, so this is gonna be Quint
Okay, Quint first takes one.
one, and then Hooper.
Hooper, don't take. Oh, he'll still survive.
Oh,
He could roll it
yeah.
too. He could be almost dead though. One. I keep forgetting to use this shark cage before you roll.
And then Brody.
Brody, yep. He takes two. Ouch. He's pretty beat up too now.
Okay.
Alright, it's getting dangerous. Dangerously low.
Off the board. This goes off.
Okay. So, wow. We're all in the water. Okay. So we all have to spend our actions getting back
How
in
many
the
actions
boat.
do you have actually?
Just, you make two moves, and then you can target. That's how it works.
And you spend one getting out.
You spend two getting out.
I never really paid attention to how it was working.
So, yeah. I mean, I could actually just stay in the water, but
Then I'll just attack you.
yeah, it's generally better to get in the boat, I think. Alright, I guess the question is, do I want to put Brody in this part? It's kind of isolated, though. It's kind of scary. But I might do it anyway, just to split them up. uh,
We gotta. Yeah.
mm,
Do I have to put down the attacks first?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The resurfaces. A, B, and C.
Okay.
So A is up here. B is back here. C is over here.
Alright, now I have to choose before you move.
Correct. Will holy water heal your shark breath? No, I don't think so. The shark isn't a demonic thing, unfortunately. It's not undead. It's just nature. It's not evil. This is man. You know, like when you're in high school literature and they always like make you talk about the theme of the story.
I hate
This
that.
one of the themes would be man versus nature in this one, probably.
Yeah, it's probably that. I was thinking that earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking like
Having you do that in English class?
they did like last year. I haven't done that
I'm
yet this
knocking
year.
my camera. Let me not do that.
Alright, and I gotta pick which one to attack.
Yeah, how do I want to play this one?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay, he's chosen his attack. I don't know if this is smart, but I might do it anyway. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, everybody's gonna go into this space as their move.
Okay.
And that means Brody has no ranged weapon, so he can't actually target. But Quint and Hooper can target with their harpoon gun and rifle, respectively. So the question is, where do we want to target? I don't know. I kind of think he might want to finish off this place, but I'm not really sure.
Even if it, like, if you do think I'm doing that, then it's a
Yeah,
50-50.
you can choose two different places to attack from, so it's really tricky. Um, and you could be going for A.
Yeah, I could also do that.
All right, I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna split my targets, uh, using harpoon gun
Harpoon gun
and
does a lot of
rifle.
damage.
But I have no idea if it's gonna work.
They both do a lot of damage.
So yeah, reveal thyself.
Alright, I am on
A,
B.
B. Okay. So yeah, Quinn gets to fire his harpoon gun.
Alright,
Here
you get to
comes the
roll
shark.
3 dice plus 1,
3 dice plus one is
minus
pretty
2.
good. -2 for your evade, and this is a one shot, unfortunately. Ryan says, this is something I taught my daughter. She'd say coyotes were evil for killing cute rabbits, and it made sure she realized the coyote was only trying to live. Yeah. You could argue that any sensible, in real nature, this shark should have just, he should be giving up. Like, what?
Yeah.
He could find meals otherwise, right? They probably have
It's
no,
already eaten like 9 people.
so maybe it's just mentally deranged, and maybe it just needs
Maybe it
a
has
good,
rabies.
it's
Yeah.
rabies. Can sharks get rabies?
I don't think so.
Okay. Grounded in reality, let me shoot this imaginary shark. 3 dice plus one, which is good. I have to get a good roll though, and -2, unfortunately, for the
Oh, I
evade.
also get to reveal this.
And what is it? Is it terrible?
Kinda.
Making waves. If the shark damages or destroys a boat space, all crew members anywhere on the boat fall into the water space. And it's not even attached.
No, it's the waves.
It makes a great wave. Okay. Maybe I'll kill you right here. Is that even possible? Probably not.
No.
I could roll a 7 -2 is 5. Yeah, it's the
You
best.
could roll a 5.
I could
That's
do,
so unlikely though.
I could deal 5 damage. That would be great if I did. Are you serious, Ryan? Ryan said in Jaws 4 it had a psychic link to the Brodies. Oh my god. That's like the 30th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead. You're just like ruining this great movie for me.
Psychic powers.
What? That's a dumb. Alright, well, I have to see at least Jaws 2, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll work my way through the sequels. I don't know.
To watch it together.
We could, yes, we should. Well, we should at least watch the first one. The first
At
one's
least
good.
the first one.
Anyway, here we go. 3 dice.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I rolled a 3, and that becomes a 4 -2
So
is
the
2. 2 wounds. 11 is not. It's progress. I just I'm kind of losing all my
boat.
I'm
And
losing
I
the
get
boat
to.
and my ammunition. Hold on, you get shot by the rifle too.
Alright. Wait, no. I do?
Oh no, sorry, you're wrong. I'm wrong. I'm just stupid. All right.
Okay.
What do you do now? You're gonna
And I
chomp
get
on the
one
boat.
die. I have to hope I just hit it.
Yeah, you have
It's
to roll a
one
1
damage.
for damage. To damage. Okay, you damaged to
two.
that part of the boat, and we all fall into the
Everybody
water now.
falls into the water.
Sheesh. Okay. Here you go. Now we're really like, we gotta get a bigger boat because we're like floating on a piece of driftwood at this point. Just gotta get in 7 more damage and, yeah,
It's possible.
it is possible. It's just, scary. A, B, and C. We got A is right where we're standing. Oh boy. That could be violent.
Yep.
B is right here. And C is yeah. Okay. That's the dumbest thing. How did they determine it had a psychic link? Was there like some psychic that Brody hired? Or some kind of like spiritualist or something? And they were like, I detect a psychic link between the shark and your family. By the way, the sun can appear in this game. It's one of the events in the first act. Maybe I'll show it over here. It's a swimmer that counts as double for Jaws if he eats him, because it's Brody's son. I think it's Brody's. Yeah, Brody's, or is it Hooper? I think it's Brody's son.
I think you said Brody.
All right, so you made your choice. You're using another shark ability.
Yep.
I guess everybody moves back onto the boat as their action.
Oh, let me
Their
just
move action. What you wanna?
just look at this card. You can keep going.
Okay, so we're moving onto the boat, climbing back onto the boat. Ugh. Getting really tired here, exhausted. fighting for our lives, quite literally. And the question is, do I think he's gonna come at A and trying to just chomp at this bit of damage boat and getting a lot of damage to all three of us at once? That's a reasonable guess, I would think. Um, that it would be a great thing. I could win the game right here. But if I can focus all my attacks there, if I'm right, then maybe I could finish him, or just at least get him on his last legs, perhaps. Uh,
Less fins.
that's Vince. Yeah. Okay, bro. So let's do that. We're gonna go for broke on A,
Okay.
and so Brody got the baseball bat. Um, Quint could try the flare.
Good.
The way that works, each turn you would roll one die and take them anyway. I'm just gonna try to get this machete in his face. This might totally backfire. I don't know what you got planned, but I'm going for it. So Quint's going to use the machete. Brody's using the baseball bat. And just to do a lot of damage, I think instead of the hammer, Hooper will fire the rifle. Let me think about that a sec before I commit to that. I don't know. It could be really good to have the rifle just in case I have to be distant. And your evade is 2 here, so maybe the hammer's good. Because with the rifle, I would have to subtract 2. With the hammer, I don't subtract any because evade doesn't figure in. So I'm going to just use the hammer again. All right. So that's my plan. What do you got?
Okay.
Hey!
But my ability
Uh-oh.
gives me an extra evade.
Ah, charge evade is 3.
Yeah.
Crew gear cards that affect evade values are still active. Okay. So he's got a really high evade of 3, unfortunately. But let's start dealing damage. First, the hammer, it doesn't care about evade, so whatever I roll goes
0.
through. 2.
2.
Nice. So he's at 13
Could win
wounds.
this.
And Quint wields his machete, tries to hack him in the nose, or maybe under his jaw. I don't know, making up things for drama. But he's got evade of 3, so this is, by the way, 2 dice plus 1. All right, so that's 3,
That's
and then minus 3 is 0. So the machete did nothing. Brody with the baseball bat, and if my attack misses, I get to re-roll both dice. I think I forgot that before, or just never applied. I
I
don't know.
don't think it probably hasn't
apply.
applied yet.
So what
Unless
I
you
need
roll a
is
4.
yeah, I need a 4, so I have to get double 2s. But if I miss, I get to roll again, and hope for the double 2s. So we'll see what happens. Didn't get double 2s. Let's try again.
But you didn't. Oh, you did miss, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what missing is. All right, I didn't hit. All right, so at least the hammer did 2.
Now I get to do 2 dice.
Yeah, you're gonna chomp. Okay, you
4.
took out that bow for sure. All right, let's move these things out of the way. So
So everybody is in the
everybody's
water.
in the water again,
And I get to attack them again.
and yeah, you gotta put your beats down each time.
Keep forgetting.
Hold on 1 second. Before you roll anything, before you target Hooper,
Are you supposed to use it before?
or you roll an attack.
Okay. So that's
Assuming I can't protect everybody with it, it's probably just
probably not.
for Hooper. Here, let me move this wire out. Sorry about that. Yeah, so
Is that a one-time use?
yeah, it's 1 time.
Okay.
Let me just. I almost want to look up the clarification. Can this protect everybody? I feel like
I don't think so.
I feel like if you put yourself in the real world scenario, it would make sense. I don't think by the card it's saying it would protect everyone.
I feel like it would say that.
Yeah.
It would say like
Before the-
everyone on the space.
Yeah, I think it does for 1 attack. I think you could argue that it could protect a different person, but only
Yeah.
that one person. Because it says before the shark rolls for an attack, you may play the shark cage. You cannot take any wounds. I'll just say it's just Hooper. So we're going to cancel Hooper's attack. And now you can roll for
I'm gonna
Quint and then
attack
Brody.
Quint now.
Quint takes 2.
2.
Ouch.
I was hoping that should have been Brody.
And now Brody. Brody could die right here.
Maybe Brody will get the 2.
Ah,
got the
Brody's done. He's dead.
Brody's dead.
Brody got eaten alive by Jaws.
Why is it this hard for me to eat these guys but not the swords?
Swimmers are, yeah, they're delicious. You just pop them in your mouth like popcorn. All right, so Brody is done. Oh, that's
Maybe
a
they're
shame.
too clueless. They don't even see me.
Okay, yeah, my guys are ready. The crew members are ready to fight here, I guess, basically. They're prepared. All right, so that's bad for me. But Just got to get 5 more hits. That's pretty, if I was like at 3, I would feel confident. I don't feel confident with 5, but hey, I got to try my best, right?
Yep.
So let's see.
You gotta see what the new cards are. Yeah, scuba diving sounds fun. Ryan.
He's talking about scuba diving.
Yeah.
The machete did very little for Quint. Yeah, that's right, Tim. And Ryan says, I'd like to learn scuba. I had a friend in Maine who got a diving certification. Huh? I have a friend from work who goes scuba diving and he posts videos and things like that. He went to Colombia recently for another coworker's wedding, and then he went scuba diving too. All right, so there's your choices, Mr. Bob. You get A, B, or all in the water essentially.
So if you're like here, then you can attack. Can you attack this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Gotta get just 5 more hits in. Of course, Brody being dead, it wouldn't feel like a very solid victory.
Yeah. Let's take my piece back.
Let's see. I could blast him with a rifle. Getting pretty intense, huh? Down to the wire here. Quentin Hooper on their last legs. The Shark's not doing too well either. But again, he's not just, he won't retreat. He wants this victory. He wants these morsels of delightful treats. I don't know what I'm saying. I want to eat this boat. Maybe he just wants the boat, yeah. All right, another shark ability is being played. What are we up to? You played like this, like the 7th or 8th?
This is the 8th.
The 8th turn. You played a shark
I
ability
haven't played
every
them
turn.
every turn.
Oh, okay. So we're probably on like the
I
10th
think it's
turn
like
or
the
so.
9th.
Ninth.
I think I played it.
Okay.
Play it once.
So he's chosen. He's going to be an A, B, or C. I guess I'm. Let me think about this. Could do that. Okay. I'm gonna make Hooper go here actually. Excuse me. Quint to here. And Quint's gonna try to. I don't know if this is smart. I'm gonna do it anyway. Quint's gonna try to put the flare right here.
Okay.
And Hooper is gonna try to shoot right here with the rifle.
Okay.
And where are you? C. All right. I guessed correctly.
I have to hope you don't do too much damage. You could kill me here.
Here, you
with
take the
machete.
flare. I didn't use the machete. Use the flare.
Oh, you didn't use the machete.
So you take
Well,
one
with the
die.
rifle, you could.
Yeah, I could. But you have to evade 2, so it
Oh,
doesn't
you
seem
can't
too likely.
actually. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm hoping this flare will get in a little bit of damage each turn. Maybe. I don't know.
This is 1 damage per turn,
It's 1 die.
including. Oh, it's 1 die. Does that include this turn?
The end of each round, so yeah. Brody down first. Yep, that's right, Tim. Okay, yeah, so the flare is automatic, there's no roll need, and now Hooper shooting the rifle is 2 dice plus 1, but then we subtract 2 for the evade. So let's see what we can do here. Okay.
Nothing. Oh, actually, no, plus
No,
1.
it's one.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So Shark is at 14 wounds, 4 more to go. And you are attacking the boat, I guess.
Yeah, I'm attacking where Quint is, I guess.
It's probably gonna fall in the water again. Does it apply yet, or?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's just, I get to reroll.
After rolling for an attack, the shark may re-roll as many dice as they wish. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I get to
1.
reroll. Oh, that's not.
He's re-rolling the one that missed. Okay, he damaged the boat piece. And once again, Quint is swimming in the water. Ah!
Now I get to attack Quint.
Do I have this backward? No, it's good.
No.
And you get to attack Quint. 1 die.
I won that.
No cheating. It's already tough
And
enough.
does this still apply? I think this still applies. The mulligan. That's what we did last time.
Yeah, I think so. One. You want to keep
I
it or
think it's
reroll?
technically worth it, but I'm not gonna.
So you're taking the. Let me take the one.
Mm, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be too risky, I guess.
He's a cautious great white. By the way, this rifle is gone. And now it's all up to Quint with his machete and Hooper with his hammer to finish off Jaws. Take this. It's it's possible. I think this could go either way. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it's still
exciting.
pretty even. I think last time we played this, we got like all range weapons, and then we all used them up really fast.
Well, these all come with each character. The ones that we have left.
I guess.
So we should have had those too. Anyway, pretty soon we have to reshuffle these again. But oh, yeah, you take one die of damage from
Oh
the
yeah.
flare.
Hopefully it's 0.
Two, two, two. Oh, 0.
0.
Dang it. All right. A, B, and C.
Alright.
So here we got A. B is right here. And C is also there. Oh boy. Okay. Excuse me. It's pretty intense, folks. It's down to the wire. Can I get in 4 hits? Shark ability activated.
Okay.
Okay, he's played his stuff. I'm gonna move him into the boat, obviously, and go 1, 2, and desperately hammer and baseball back a shark. That's our stratgy. So now that he's made a choice, I can only what I would assume is he's probably chosen this one because he can shake off the flare as well as chomp on this thing and damage us. I would not think he would play this one at the same piece, but then he wouldn't have the shake off, although he'd get to roll more dice damage. And alternatively, he could have decided just to finish off this piece in the corner by choosing A, but I doubt he's doing that. But he might surprise me, who knows? So yeah, both are targeting here. We're using hammer and machete. Reveal.
Well,
It was C, okay?
and I have 2 defense.
Yeah. So you shake off
So
the flare.
hammer doesn't count it.
What?
Hammer doesn't count the defense.
Yes. Okay, so hammer. Let's roll 2. Yeah, it's cool as titanium. 1. Okay, I'll take it.
Alright.
He's at 15 wounds.
Okay,
And
you could get me here, I think.
machete, if I roll what?
A 5.
Yeah, so I'm rolling 2 dice plus 1 minus the 2. So if I roll a pair of doubles, a pair of 2s, I win right now and I kill Jaws. It's unlikely, but hey, let's see what happens.
Possible.
Okay, 1 away.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, 4 minus 2 is 2. He's at 17
Oh, and
wounds.
also my ability.
What
which
is your
just
ability?
2.
Second helping. Oh boy.
Attack another square.
Okay, so he might win with like 1 left. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so this requires 1.
Requires alcohol. I'm very stressed.
This requires 2 to destroy it.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, 2 to destroy this
Yeah.
piece. Okay, roll them.
I get 2
2
D2.
dice.
Alright,
Got it.
so
Once
that
again,
gets destroyed.
you might finish me right here.
And then I'll attack this adjacent one.
Okay, go for it.
And,
Once again, we fall into the water. How many times can one person handle that?
alright, and then this
That's
is
damaged, but not
destroyed.
destroyed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's still afloat.
And now, barely.
Okay, you're biting Hooper first.
Sure, yeah.
Hooper, if you roll a 2, you got him.
Come on.
Ooh,
1,
he's alive.
and
Quint.
Quint. 2. I want to get rid of that machete. I mean,
Here comes the
actually, I
scene.
think the hammer's more scary.
Oh, the
Two,
scene
he's
from the
dead.
movie happens where Jaws eats Quint. Ah,
Don't spoil it for
I
me.
spoiled it. Alright, Quint's done.
Quint's dead.
Uh,
this year.
it's up to Hooper with a hammer. Hooper with a hammer. Okay. Yeah, I spoiled the movie for him. Okay. Tim says the game seems balanced. Well, yeah, I mean we're pretty neck and neck. But if I had done better in the Act One, I would have an edge. So yeah, it does seem pretty balanced though. Okay, so here's number one, and I have to shuffle again. I'll just do that real quick. Like I'm wondering if you could argue that if Jaws wins the first act, it should be highly skewed in his favor.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is. I don't know.
Well, kind of is.
Perhaps I'm just playing pretty well.
I think.
And that's the only
Yeah.
reason why it's like neck and neck. Although I didn't play well in Act One, I guess. All right. So what else we got? Oh, actually, you have this piece right here as A. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's B, and that's C.
Okay. So
A,
it's like all over there.
B, C. Yeah. All right. Choose your poison. What's the word? Pick your poison.
Okay. I have used a really good strategy to pick this one.
Okay. I have no real. I mean, actually, you can actually move like here, so I could actually go there and hope you appear here and smack you that
Hope
way.
I
Or something.
appear here.
It's like different
And
ways
don't
I
kill
could
you.
play it, but I guess it makes sense for me to just go to A.
Okay.
And yeah, Hooper attacks there with hammer,
Alright. So
and that's that.
my strategy worked. The
You went to
strategy
B. Okay.
being eating, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay.
And so you get to attack, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I can't.
My ability.
After the crew attacks, the shark may move to an adjacent water space. If the shark moves, add 2 hits to their attack roll.
Which means I get to go here.
But I didn't attack.
Well,
Okay, now we have to get into whether
wait,
it
are
means
we-
the crew attack. Okay, that probably just means the crew attack
after
phase.
they go, yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was gonna appear here, but then I appear here.
And you can attack the space.
I attack that
You
space.
snuck up from behind.
It's a guaranteed because it's +2 to the attack.
Okay, sure. So I'm in the water. There's like 2 pieces of
There's 2 pieces of driftwood.
and you're gonna kill me unless you roll a blank. Oh man.
Alright, you have a 1/6 chance
Oh.
to survive.
Come on, 0, 0, 0. Oh, he
Yeah.
killed me. He wins
I won
Jaws wins.
barely.
with this much health left. Just 1 health left. All right, congrats, Rob Bob. You are the winner
Okay.
of Jaws for tonight. And Tim said, yes, if you do better in Act 1, you get an edge. Yeah, I think you're behind, Tim. Maybe you're watching. Maybe you paused earlier because
Yeah.
you're commenting things from like a few minutes ago. But that's okay. It's all good. But yeah, so that is Jaws for tonight. And it is about midnight. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's probably time for us to depart and definitely not play this again. But I had a
That
lot
was
of
a
fun.
long game.
It was pretty long. I think it
Longer
took
than I
us
thought it would
about
be.
2.5 hours, despite the. I think the box is 16 minutes. But you know, we were talking through things
Yeah.
and playing slowly at first. But yeah, the just to reiterate on the theme I'm doing, if you see on the left for this month is going to be kind of horror themed games, and yeah, that was our first one, Jaws.
That was pretty close, I'd say.
That was very close. It was really down to the wire, but Jaws has prevailed, and that I guess there's no sequel now, and there's no maybe this is for the best. If this this outcome can prevent Jaws 4 from ever happening, where there's a
The
psychic
psychic
link between Brody and Jaws, then sure, I think this is a better outcome. But yeah, Ryan says thanks guys, good stream. Thanks guys, good stream. Yeah, sure. Thanks for chatting as always, Ryan. But yeah, next week, I think depending if Rob Bob's hanging out here or not, we might play Night of the Living Dead, or you might play the solo game I mentioned earlier called House on the Borderland. That's just, if it's just going to be me here. And then I have one question mark of what the third game is going to be. So I don't know what that other one's going to be yet, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, thanks again, everybody. That was Jaws. It was fun, and see you next time.
Alright, bye.
Take care.